all the crimes committed against a person, rape is the one that leaves the person feeling very violated. A rape victim is often left with the feeling that a part of them has been torn apart.
To use another person's body and ignore the soul that resides within is one of the most outstandingly shocking crimes that one person can commit against another.
Some men harass and rape their women.
Some men sexually abuse underage girls.
Some men beat and kill their wives.
Any form of sexual assault is unacceptable.
There must be consent before you act.
Being in a relationship is not consent.
If they are not sober, they can't consent.
Flirting is not a consent.
We had sex before is not consent.
Silence is not consent.
Only an informed, sober, freely given, ongoing and enthusiastic yes is consent.
Women should stop dying in silence.
A man does not become a real man by physically dominating a woman. A man becomes a real man by loving, protecting and respecting the woman.
Real men do not rape or abuse women and children.
Let all real men stand with us. And together, let's say no to child abuse, no to domestic violence, no to all forms of rape, being it spousal rape, intimate partner rape, child sex abuse, statutory rape, date rape, serial rape, and gang rape.
We must rise up against this ugly trend.
Justice for one, justice for all.
All sexual assault must stop, and it must stop now.
The total population of Sierra Leone in 2019 was stated approximately at 7.8 million. And the most common cancer reported in 2018 was breast cancer, with an incidence rate of 25.1% and a mortality rate of 19.2%. Ward 2 at the Connaught Hospital, Freetown, is a female surgical ward that cares for patients requiring breast surgery, chemotherapy, and palliative care. General surgery also admits to the ward as see fit. The ward is in need of a significant refurbishment and has a major impact on patient assessment and delivery of treatment, dignity, comfort, and infection control measures. The current ward area presents a significant challenge to infection control. There is no fit for purpose or adequate personal hygiene facilities. The showers and sanitary areas are in poor condition and are difficult to clean. The flooring is deteriorated. Overall deco and fabric of the walls need repair and full decoration. Furniture, cupboards, and shelving require replacement. The sluice, known to be the dirty utility room, is in poor condition and needs replacing. Windows need to be replaced as current windows bring in draughts, dust, debris, mosquitoes, and rodents. There is no designated area to provide a day service for patients receiving chemotherapy. Medical supplies is desperately needed. Therefore, we need a total amount of £15,000, which is equivalent to 195 million leones, for this project. This project will focus on women diagnosed with breast cancer and other non-malignant breast abnormalities requiring one or more of the treatment modalities that are currently available. We will also set up a day unit for the administration of chemotherapy and provide training and development to ensure sustainability. Therefore, I am pleading to all individuals, organizations, and local businesses, and every Sierra Leonean and friends of Sierra Leone to make a meaningful contribution that will never go in vain. Ways to contribute will be seen at the end of this clip. I am Aisata Sisejalo of the Health Show Partnership Program. Remember, your health is your wealth.
When I was young, a lot of things were different. Unfortunately, most of the differences seen now are heartbreaking and are not good at all.
Before now, men were strong protectors of the weak, fathers, brothers, lovers, sons. Their mere presence guaranteed the safety of women and children.
But what do we do now? Men harassing and raping women.
Men sexually abuse little girls.
Men battering and killing their wives.
Any form of sexual assault, be it rape, sexual abuse, or pedophilia, is a killer to human self-esteem.
Women should stop dying in silence. Speak now.
The rapist should be stigmatized, not the victim.
I think death sentence should be the consequence of such terrible act.
And you mothers, build confidence in your children, put trust in them, listen to them when they make reports, and take necessary actions.
Talking of mothers before now, women were virtuous.
They were mothers, daughters, and sisters.
Nurturing, counseling, supporting their men folks.
But now,
women are trafficking female children for money. Women are forced to be silenced.
All this must stop, and it must stop now.
Real men do not abuse, rape, or molest women and children. It is barbaric, unacceptable.
Let all real men stand with us.
Together, let's say an emphatic no to rape, sexual abuse, pedophilia, and domestic violence.
Hello, famulem on good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and good night, depending on whose partner the world where you find yourself today. Welcome to the Wednesday program, the big discussion on Sierra Media platform, and to honor we guests and followers, we say thank you so much for being our avid followers, and please, for first time, as we say, welcome to this platform. Usai the conversation they happen at your platform, you get right for calm, share your opinion, and talk about the issues their way they affect me and you, or where you concern about, or where you get aspiration about, because salon now we all own and we all get for contribute to the conversation. Conversation I'm able for help we for move forward. where we engage ourselves, we listen to each other, and we disagree for agree, and live as one people. Me on a host Najuma Ba. Are they with the team now? So we get my co-host Sylvester Tiboy Dugba, as well as Obafemi Pama, we now with technical director, and we get with two guests them. Then people here, now people away, they in good standing in a salon, whether you want for your yam or you don't want for your yam. That is the reality. And always we can say not shoot the messenger, but the messenger self important, the possibility carry the message. If you don't get confidence in them, definitely you not go listen. So far, so good. These are people that we have confidence in, and we will look for a reform them on issues that we concern with all. Because we all can talk about leadership. Who that they lead, do that day before, and do that. Then people that decide for throw themselves in the ring. At a time where it's challenging for all Sierra Leoneans, and it's very interesting times. So we get to appreciate people there, because all they say now, everybody in problem, but not to me and you in problem. Then don't throw themselves in the ring. Please see the program, keep the conversation, ask you questions, share your opinion, but make sure say you keep them clean. As always, T-boy they carry the whip. If you try for curse or be disrespectful, we they delete you. That one day are no compromise. So the YouTubers as well, we say thank you so much for being our followers. T-boy, welcome to today's program. As you day in you yellow, as you don't prepare for the Ramadan right now. Ramadan, what you call them? Eid Mubarak in advance. You can also you don't break fast. Me still the fast for. So I still get about 4 or 5 hours to go.
You 4 or 5 hours don't really matter. But you know, yellow. We yellow.
All right.
Welcome viewers and welcome to another edition of Talk to You and LFU. This is not the time this way they can do everything we know still supposed to do. Like you must say Ramadan done today. But I mean to say all man for go back to the usual. They say continue the Ramadan and you will get more blessings. So people continue the Ramadan inside your heart. And make sure say what you hit. You fall naya and you come on naya.
Right. So about for me, Pama they come to come, it's pretty rest.
No more necking don't.
Necking. Right.
No, he can't today for necking. Well, I know we don't cut past it.
So he come early.
And you say the Ramadan food that is the last Ramadan food. Then the last one I've been getting fish throughout the Ramadan. That's the last fish. That's the last fish done. That's the Ramadan done for real. Femi come, as if we have fish too. That is, we might not only eat fish. I know say the you break, you not going to eat them.
Well, 9 losses. Anyway, welcome. Thank you so much. What should you look forward for today's program before we get to guest them in?
Wow. Today's program is going to be very interesting because we just begin the week. Today, day 3 of the week. So basically, much don't happen over the past week before we come into this new week. And this new week also don't unravel so many other things that we say where we see. Sometimes we procrastinate of what thing they happen, but sometimes we actually predict, and sometimes we actually deal with issues then. But it is going to be very interesting because we get a lot to talk about with specifics. And we win kind of master sabi people we don't put the neck na the line for salon, just like I would say all neck na the line for salon.
Yes.
And we mean business this time around. Not to one man fits. Now one man fits. Salon for better.
Paupa salon go better. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now you paupa that. I like that. I like the definition of paupa.
Hey, you want to ask for you paupa?
No. I don't give me definition today. No. And they join me on by you. You know the work. All right.
Okay, no problem. It's even by last year. When they take me votes, they put up on the votes. That you know mix these people.
You know mix. All right. And Fambulem, that was T-boy. Femi always would keep him for. I don't know if Femi want to come today, Ali. You wanna? Femi Pama. All right, here and there. All right, say hello to Fambulem for because we need to make that clarification. Every time we will get the two Femis, then also Nawala. So you want to say hello to Fambulem quick, Femi Pama, before I keep you behind it.
Hello, family. Una welcome. Una kushe, una kabo.
Hey, sir.
Hey, am I muted? Sorry. Family, una kushe, una kabo. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining us again. Today we get something special for una. We get two people that we always look forward for talk to, and we know so they get plenty in for una. Welcome again.
All right. Thank you so much. Well, family, we listen. We get them today. We get Madam Femi Claudius Cole. We now in the leader for the Unity Party and also interim chairperson for the Consortium for
progressive political
parties. I still try to forget. So now the interim chairperson for the Consortium of Progressive Political Parties in Salon, where a lot of political parties then come together, then think say them for engage and continue for advocate and push Salon agenda before. Madam Femi Claudius Cole not to change on this platform and beaucoup other online platforms them. She's always been there and ready for talk to we. We appreciate you and welcome. Say hello to Fambulem for we.
Them, if na Salon, na good evening. America, I think na good afternoon. I think UK, na good evening.
Yeah, all right. Thank you so much. And we get another person we always don't try forget now. So we get high respect for because I don't work with at some level we I admire Dr. Dennis Bright. Na the chairman for the National Grand Coalition, the NGC. And instead they represent the Consortium of Progressive Political Parties as well. Dr. Bright for Unawe Nono, the youth man them. I can say that the man them, inside the man them. If you want for really know that the man them, inside the man them, Dr. Dennis Bright. As we say yesterday, Nayaso, he served as Minister for Youth Affairs in Sierra Leone. And during his tenure, we get the first youth policy for Sierra Leone and youth agenda. And not to be person we develop a policy and put in a corner. We saw Dr. Dennis Bright in action where it transform places where we all know one for go. Where you read that name, they run, you say the ghetto area, then you talk about the Firestone, you talk about the Texas, you talk about Odokoko areas them. These are places that where nobody no one go. But then we see this quiet person venture in their area, then they transform their area, and they work with the young man them and turn them place where the community will be proud of and make youth man them get their name again, the negative connotation we would not say youth man them, na thief man, na this, na that. It make them believe say they are part of our society and can push the communities then go before. Because now the pillar of the community. Dr. Dennis Bright, I want to say thank you so much for that hard work, and I hope Sierra Leone will give you the opportunity for help for transform the young generation. Welcome to Sierra Leone Media, sir.
Thank you very much, and thank you for that big introduction that you don't give to me. It make me big, but I can let me small. But I appreciate them, and I thank you very much. I'm happy to be with you today or tonight.
Thank you so much, and welcome, sir, and welcome, Madam Femi, once more. We can't talk today to our family, but publications there where the Anti-Corruption Commission we call a town hall meeting where they get with all political parties. They invite all political parties. We don't know whether or not they all go, okay? But we know say some political parties then go, and a good number of them are part of the Consortium of Progressive Political Parties. Then they get this meeting. We see two publications them out. The Anti-Corruption paints this nice picture, say everything went well, then provide data for sure how then they fight corruption, how then we don't fight corruption for the past, and how then they fight them now, and all the good things then we for sure say then they on track for fight corruption, better one. But we saw a counter press release or we see another rebuttal from the Consortium of Progressive Political Parties, then self come say, this picture I want to paint, so we not think say now so the conversation go. So we get a concern for come give opportunity to the Consortium of Political Parties for let themselves can share the own side of the story. And if the Anti-Corruption Commission listen to this program and they say one for can't say anything, they are welcome. You know, the platform is open. Let me know. We will make sure so we give them an opportunity for lawyer their own side. So we'll start with the interim chairperson, Madam Cole. Tell me about this meeting, what's have been the purpose, because see anti-corruption don't get Boku town hall meeting them. Because at the first time this women they hear town hall with anti-corruption. You know, I don't know what's in they go tell the people them. So tell me on your own conversation, we wanna get with them, how wanna go make him transfer it.
So well, we excited we'll get a letter. We feel say this is going to be an engagement. We can engage with them for we get an exchange of ideas, questions, and things like that. So we be excited for go. We all decided so we'll not miss. We were all present. We sit down there at the front row. And after all the pleasantries were done, the commissioner went into what I can only describe as a lecture. Not at that early stage of it, we realized that we were going to be in for a lecture. We were a little bit stunned at the length of the lecture, but we sat there and we listened where he read a laundry list of all his accomplishments, of those people that had paid back, those who were, and it went on, and he gave us this list. He touched on those from the past administration, and he touched on those from the current administration. And after that laundry list was delivered, where it wasn't even just a lecture, it was also a lecture / a scolding, whereby we were the children and he was the father, where in the Alapawi now or in the Tokpawi, the fact that we have the audacity and the temerity to criticize him in an array of forums, where sorry. So now for can talk pawi, for put we down and talk pawi. So we they go and talk na different forum there. And I think so say na we on the atom. So we now can get on the platform now for able for talk pawi to his heart's desire, because he was uninterrupted. He went on until he was exhausted. For tell we off. Waiting he failed for do now for talk about the real time. What he did was to give us an historical presentation of what in claim say na ion pat on the back. And at the end of his lecture, I guess he was satisfied because it was delivered. It was delivered with all in strength and all in might. Now I take deliver. Where he left small, I mean, therefore put small thing. I mean, yes, for let not go boss me at drum.
Wow.
But he not touch on the real time. He not touch on the issues where they give it cause for concern. He not expand on the Africanist press. He not expand on the misappropriation and what we had was a very weak excuse for a problem that seems greater than him, that he felt by that booming lecture. I don't know if it will change with minds or change with hearts or we go able to change the facts. We'll not be really sure, because at the end of the lecture, he was obviously very satisfied. He's satisfied with the all what he say. We then get opportunity for ask questions and answers. Where he pick him. But for me, I think maybe come out there, I say this now with them. If I've been not sit down outside, it's me and petite leaf.
Wow. So you all right? Today, try to forget Dr. Bright will come shortly for giving your own part of the story, and see if things have been seen as a lecture or waiting. But while should they wait for get Dr. Bright back for Connect, we see on the Anti-Corruption Commission press statement where the Anti-Corruption Commissioner make, it say after the, let me see here, it say after the question and answer, una all agree say the fight against corruption is more robust and focused than ever before. And una tell the commission, boku thank you for the good work we don't do for Sierra Leone.
Well, no verify. One thing when me tell them is I go continue for criticize. And one thing when me tell them specifically Femi Claudius call, I tell them say I was disappointed where Ayeri excuse when they ask them about the first lady. Where will they ask you about money where they go missing right now? Now, under your nose. We want to know. Instead, when they ask you in a public, you refer we to Sierra Leone. My point is, if Sierra Leone do am wrong then, it's wrong now. Nice. But the issues, then they will get it. There is issue, then they will, you know address no one any. It talk and pantap, you know, Creole say you talk and pantap. Now so you talk and pantap, like I say, so area they work too big. But one other thing where Dr. Brighton can continue. One thing where more than me, now the wishy-washy excuses where he give it for the thorny topic. One particular topic don't they, where you don't say Dr. Brighton they ask about, we all don't they ask about. That is 49,000 bags of rice. That case they go court, I reach in a court, say then dance with and say it come on a court. What's in been the commissioner excuse? The excuse itself was shrouded in corruption. The excuse. Because what's in is say, then go court, the Minister of Justice at the time, Tawa, the Mami Tawa, is say, power for this case not for go trial by judge.
Okay.
The case for go trial by jury. Okay. He say, he not be one for let the case go trial by jury. What's in I excuse? He said the jurors them, where they can get case in a court, now you can get for end up they give them transport, now you can end up they do this. So basically the jurors are not reliable. That's when you go up in the office, image jurors in up there, they say, pa, will not get transport or will not get this. So basically, what they try for tell me that there is actually a level of incompetence, a level of corruption, again, inside with judiciary.
Because the case, yeah, because if they say that, why then I party to the case? Why jurors then go to anti-corruption for transport? Because the legal system, they I'm sure, corruption case not the only thing we get jury then we they see though. We don't get treason case then we jurors then they see though. We know one day you say then they go to the minister, we respond Attorney General in the office for transport or other things then. And jury system during the juror trial now part of the legal system now, right?
Exactly.
So yeah, continue. I just want to clarify that way whether I understand.
Yeah, so to me, when you don't explain all that about the juror and this and that, if it's a case where if not a case where you really want to see to the end, the legal system they call for both ways. They call for either trial by jury or they call by trial by judge. So if the Minister of Justice, Attorney General, best known to herself, now you want to know the reason why she insisted, say that I would take the best option rather than for the case to go cold. Okay. If that minister was guilty, which I am not saying not they say he guilty, but let me say assuming say he been guilty. He forgot a day in court. That case can be for go court. Maybe for still try the case with a jury.
Right.
But if you are saying that our jury system is so inefficient, is so ineffective, that you feel to say you've been for lost the case, what does that speak? What does that say about the administration that you're working for?
Right. Okay.
So rather than that, the case go cold.
So Teti, they will not know side them picking them 49,000 bag rest go.
Oh no.
Okay. All right. So welcome back, Dr. Bright.
Yes.
So
Sorry, I
you
dropped off.
yeah, you have Madam Femi open. He say una been go lecture, then talk down on una, then do hot mental 2 times 1 2. Go na no answer then nakuna na una e de ala pauna. Now so you think say the town hall meeting go, and waiting are your own position on the town hall meeting, sir?
Well, very much so. But I think, say, world don't begin get used to the facts and the reality now that one of the biggest qualities them of people already in authority under this regime, now arrogance. We don't say people are arrogant. If you listen normal from people already come up from the Ministry of Information, we think they interview them, and some other big people, ministers and everything, you actually see, say, they not give a damn, you know, about people them. They just not care. They don't, in fact, then they assume, say, you not understand nothing, you know. People then we in fact, they tell me they teach in a college, they not even go another level they eat. They can one for can begin lecture you on certain basic things then they assume, say, the people of this country they're stupid. They know they understand nothing. But I was surprised that day at the commissioner, Mr. Kefala. Between me and you, in a one person who have they put aside, say, now guy we very, very serious by what way they do, and a guy where they look, say, a very young and a day in the spotlight, he gets a long future ahead of him, so that now the kind of person we have been they put a lot of trust in. And I think I've been say at some point, in fact, I think I tell him something like that during that meeting day. But I also tell him, say, you don't change. I told him that you have changed. This is not the kind of person we've been see at the early parts we've been just come. So yes, not true. When we go there, it tell us say, like we person already for them, I go give them. Yes. Now then kind attitude and they carry it. And if they go for like a week, because one thing we have to understand is among the political parties there now, you get about 3 or 4 political parties them. We say then are all political parties association. About 3 or 4 left.
Okay.
Then work with and do. Now for the go hustle from one ministry to the other and one department to the other. They give them small thing. Then we then can talk good body government, everything that they do. Right now, they don't pay for them for they go around the country, for they go refute all the things that what they do as opposition parties there. Then they aside. Necessarily been at the meeting. When they call them for talk, if you sit down and the way they begin talk, hey Papa, you they do well, sir. You know the usual sing praises now, so then they talk. But for come back to Kefala, the shock we'll get now we work in the critical, we can be critical of now radio and television and business. It's like now we go for. If you hear that man, in fact, me not follow, not say lie, because where is that? And they talk say we don't know nothing, but and in fact, the public notice with them pull, it reflect that small bit. Right. Say we don't know, thing we don't know now they go talk about. For when I left for ask me, when I just did they go talk all kind thing. When I for Kamala when I ask me, because most of it they talk incorrect, non-factual, misleading, the same adjectives them. Now, we then give to Nasu.
I go read that part the way it say, just for, see how you respond. They say, part of the last paragraph was in our statement, they say, they, meaning that all the political parties also agreed that there was a need to engage us more to inform their positions. So, for let them go inform on more, they are able to forget the correct story.
In other words, what they tell people them, they say, when we go there, we ignorant one, we not sabi nothing. After they don't educate we, then we say, Papa, thank you, sir. We will come for more education from you, for more lessons from you. Yeah. But honestly, we they talk and funny, but it show you a trend where we don't observe in the current regime we'll get. They are not taking the people of this country seriously. Right. That man, they sit down in front of the heads of political parties. The political party that they talk to, they could form a government tomorrow. If they talk to them, as if to say they talk to, even school picking themselves, if you're not a good educator, you don't talk to them like that. So that's why they're not being shocked with. But the content of what they say, if we look up, not only in fact be interesting. They give you a list of all the cases them where they don't prosecute. They don't prosecute past people them, current people them. And you find out say all the people them where you say now governments where they don't prosecute, now either some civil servants, then one then they wait and go, we now they call. Me, I've been wait for like begin call them big one them, we then don't prosecute. But then they left them. The only one that we even get now the one for the Chinese race. Okay. Now the high profile one. We even forget we minister be involved. Now down there, but that's why when we come to question time, we will handle them. Now other thing na incommodity. Now they begin talk. Like we didn't get Sasswood. They begin talk how the problem we been get for Dawandi. They begin tell you first the problem we get with the Attorney General at the time. That lady when I be Attorney General. Right. So the Attorney General and agree cooperate with them. He ask for trial by judge alone because they try to talk say the jury them. Better nobody. They can go influence them. So this anti-corruption boss, now they tell you now, say, in fact, if you go to court jury, they just forget to. Now that's now they try to tell you. Right. Say, yes. So now that not the implications of the talker. They say, one jury. Because basically, jury then corrupts. Oh. So imagine now, like me and you get problem. Yes. We go to court now and go put jury. The Anti-Corruption Commission don't tell you beforehand, say, that case you go and just forget about it. But that's not number one. The other thing again we talk, we've been surprised me. Now what he say when people and they in authority, in position, it can act for problem. Because then they sit down on the evidence, now then get control over the evidence. Where then they in control. Then the way then they in power. Mm-hmm. Now so that man talk who? Yep. Now say well, you don't answer a question. We don't need for can I ask you again. Right. Because the question we ask is why it's so easy for them to prosecute the one that we been doing at the former regime than the one that we did now. So when you want to talk about the APC and within the former one day regime, now they refer to, they say, and yourself no say, it means talk, and yourself no say, when people like in the power, then you sit down, find the evidence, they can add for them. Now I say, well, that not apply to the one that we did now. Mm-hmm. It not apply to the one that, no, we see. Then the other two we talk again, is say in a realist. Okay. Mm-hmm. So that means say always see the talk and now waiting they happen at the real thing. Mm-hmm. No, it say in a realist. That means we say mean a realist. It say me not a dreamer. Me a deal with reality.
Okay.
How things they be, where they happen so, and they face reality.
Okay.
When person say at they face reality, he put her in that way they, that means say things bad but at the acceptance so. Now the reality.
It is
at
what
the
it
face.
It is what
It
it
is what it is, basically. So the anti-corruption boss basically talks say, in the settle for the realities we did.
Okay.
Instead of you when we don't put in a high position, when are you they look up to for go to the high principles and everything, say, well, things done bad. Things done bad now for take and so. That man by what he says so, honestly, if he go play that in the back, me don't know what he mean do and that they do, but if you play him back, if Nama will get high principles, if I resign himself, for they go talk like a down then.
Okay.
Then okay, so
no,
tell
continue.
You okay, you are here because I did show you some of the areas then.
Yes.
Where we pick by waiting for. When it camp on this one about that Chinese race, because we all and we all are in throat.
So the school picking a race, explain
yes. Then picking a race, yes.
Yes.
Then picking a race, we 49,000 bag lost. Apart from what you don't talk, say that the Attorney General not been given a chance for get with one. The other two have been talk again. If we just talk quick, he say he been supposed to get some paper from cabinet, where he been for use, but he not be able to get that paper there from cabinet. I think say he been get for do with the distribution plan where cabinet been decide on. I think cabinet been decide on who that for pass this rest through. I think some you know the NGO them or you don't know if now WFP or you don't know. I think cabinet be don't take a very good decision how this rest for go. So if we need that one day for go to court.
Right.
But he talk say you know get access to them. So you see now when we talk say that means say when it comes a very high profile political people them, you're not able to do nothing. Now that they don't prove so by all what they say. But you ready for Ronata that person we go tip $30 something. When I make big notice about that. But when it comes down so what thing happen now? Do you know that man tell me say, he tell we say, he not to go open that case day again because he no say he not go winner.
Wow.
For the 49,000 bag red. That's
so
what I tell you.
So you know they follow the case again because you don't give up.
He say not the drum. You not go drum because you know say not go win am. Obviously because you know say.
Then get control of the evidence.
The Arata, it don't big pass. In the push.
So the Arata don't big pass the push.
In the push, we'll be hoping at the push. What we set as push, say we'll go catch the Arata for we. The Arata don't turn baby go pick, don't be there. So tell you the Arata go eat herself. And I want him, and I tell her, say, this work is a very serious work. You be not get predecessor now, so we be run away come on at this country. When this tier monarch for monarch, they run away come on at this country. But what we discover is that this particular one here, basically, now excuse even just they make for the current people them. What they now? It get all kind of excuse. Say, well, down the in a legality, now in the work on. Now by the law, once the law not say, well, look, man, I'll tell you something. If I were the member and ourselves at the vex, because honestly, I tire with them people there. So I'll not tell you lie. I fell up with them people there.
Dr. Bly. Call you out small. No. This question, it go for una too, but I go start with you since I see part of the statements, I read back again, it say we explain to them, that mean in the Anti-Corruption Commissioner and the officials explain to all political parties that claims in the Africanist press we are taken seriously, but there is a fine line between allegations of wasteful spending and corruption, and we are more responsible for the latter. So me, I want for ask now, because like you go better school, una bread and butter sabi sell. So now make usabi set trap for a rat there because now let them try to bread. Dr. Bright, corruption business. I don't understand what's in the definition saying at the act, but me on bread and butter sense we say if you spend government money, taxpayers' money, how you not supposed for spend them, you enable account for them, constitutes an act of corruption, because we see, say, the commissions of inquiry findings, most of the things the way we did then say, they not say people physically thief money, then say they're not able for account for money under their stewardship. And we see anti-corruption, we don't care, certain people go na court because they say they breach project procedural duties and all that. So Dr. Bright and Madam Femi, Claudius, Corona, help me within this. Is this just part of the excuse, or possibly now we still not understand within really na corruption as alone, because wasteful spending, we not to your money, go spend possible money 50 one, we then give for all. So when I explain to we about waiting the anti-corruption boss being the try for Sinaya, because now been in at the meeting, we are waiting right now see. Dr. Bright, okay, let me clear, come there, I'll allow you. Dr. Bright, carry on, sir. Okay, you're muted right now. Let's see if we can unmute you.
Did you hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you loud and clear.
All right. Waiting, as I've been saying, the man been try for pen excuses for people. According to him, when he reach and then sensitive area, then people are so. They begin to define corruption for we. They begin to tell me, say, in fact, I ask her, I say, that Africanist press, I say, then details, then data, then information, then they give. I say, anyone did we even see when are false, we're not true, we're not be true. I ask her that question. And I say, no. They say they're factual, but they not constitute within illegality. They're not qualified. Yes. They're not illegal. So what they try to tell you is that we Ministry of Finance then take all that money they then go put them na first lady in program we get all that government money. We go put on there. We go look. Now I go find something we say, and some kind of law say 1% of the budget. Government can use them for a good cause. But tell we say other good cause than do. Now one good cause now it happen. You understand eh?
Yeah.
One good cause. Now you look all over this country, and one good cause now it fail. And that good cause it just happens say now the good cause when the first lady can get. Now they then go spend this 1% money. So a fend, then fend way for balance for that money they will then spend. The second thing again, where is the guy for say, he say once it no matter about the money how they spend, everything they spend and pan. But once they go through a kind of procedure, we allowed. It's okay. Now that day I go ask her, I say, but yeah, you don't ever hear about what they can call wasteful spending of public funds. It's a once illegal, once it is within the law, meaning that the law they say you can go for procurement, you go do soul sourcing.
Soul sourcing.
Yes. Once you can do your soul sourcing, the law provide for soul sourcing, you go according to that. You can spend. So what we've been there in that place there now, the man go define corruption for you. And the definition we get is that you can spend 50 factor. Once when you spend 50 factor, it's like what you spend that. It's like you spend almost billion pan
furniture.
Or you spend on pan furniture. It no matter. Once now so and so. You know, some of them people from that side they now lost confidence completely from the man. Because you actually see say they struggle for fame and explanation. But if you the anti-corruption man, don't can tell me say, you say now within legality na they work, and you you not care. After they say me na realist, waiting be this is what it is. Once they spend them, as you say, they outside the law, it's okay. So basically, waiting the man military say is just say, well, let's just forget now. As long as they don't go put them, say, okay, this one will go down by soul sourcing. You go spend almost billion for buy granite. Now your own business. It's okay. So you actually see say, then people don't really take you seriously.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Yeah. Madam Cole, you know everything Dr. Dennis Bright say on that question, and that now for now too. I don't know which you want for add there as well, or how you be able to explain and let we understand and better. Because me still struggle for separate wasteful spending of taxpayers' money and corruption.
Well, let me ask her, Nande. Let me ask her. Ask and say, so you want to say now a fine line between wasteful spending and corruption? Because you're not able for deny. You're not able for deny, say any of waiting the Africanist press they put out, na lie. Dr. Bright asked can clearly anything that they put out when are false, it's not a fact.
Okay.
But now a fine line between wasteful spending. So anybody can go, he take all the money in the consolidated fund, he feel for it. If anyone side under the law when they document, it's illegal. And for as long as it's illegal, I no one know another touch them. But you've been fulfilled to say if the commission are there in the presence of all the political leaders, then yeah, he go do a couple of things. One, he go pretend as if this talk way they do in at the inside. Say, well, this is not about money. We as an ACC get for do an investigation for find out who side this law come out, how long this law done day, and if the una pull this money, una show me the account of how Answer for Girls campaign spend this money. And we as a commission, for sure so with transparency, we go make them documents there available for una self-care. So who side this money go? Waiting them purchase with this money. For let the public, the people of Sierra Leone, we self know what you now they take we money do. The amount of money we come out at the consolidated fund is greater than 3-4 ministries and budgets put together.
Right.
For sanitary pad, for waiting, Forget that the chief then for let them sit on a stadium they eat. For fly first lady then come. When now first lady then they say now they say buy their own ticket. What was the money used for? You want for tell me say the people of Sierra Leone not deserve for no? What you not buy? If the first lady go take that amount of money there from the consolidated fund, you say illegal. Where the accounts?
All right.
I they spend that.
Not forget again say. Not forget say the Auditor General. If you go check the Auditor General,
exactly.
The Auditor General be don't say first of all, as far as financial management concerned, inside the first lady in office, na fiasco, na total mess. They don't get cash book, they don't get nothing. You understand it? That is what the Auditor General says. Go look what the Auditor General say about the handling of the financial bookkeeping inside the first lady office. Now we talk no more about who side and pull money and send and go.
Right.
So you see the situation who deeper.
Right.
You know.
So
anyway,
we see again this again in continuation with that. I read backwards. So it say again, I read exactly. It say we equally presented to them data and facts which confirm the office of the first ladies, past and present, had been receiving billions of leones in support of their work, and the current First Lady's charity work was not corrupt. So, una we been present. Waiting at the data and fact we then show now for proof say this not to be corruption, and because I will get for cars kuna back if governments they in the role now for support charitable organizations, and because I want for no becoming and T-boy will get intention for form an NGO and the government fund we save part of our 1% for good cause Sierra Leone, and we can use this. So una tell we una too that was so it's not the data in fact we then present to now.
I know.
We not see no data. We not see data. He read a laundry list.
Okay.
Who are they in court? Who are they jail? And almost money they don't get that.
Right.
He read that laundry list there.
Okay.
But we serve as the consortium who don't make up say we're not done with Commissioner Eto. We serve one engage and further. Sometimes when it been gets the press, then it been gets the choir way, the Clapham choir where they call themselves upper, where it been get the one and they. So we're not sure exactly who that commissioner been they try for impress at that point. So we don't make up say now we get forget a second meeting with them. We get for ask them further hard questions because I know they lie. That man talk for nearly 1.5 hours. We have been get other meeting. We sit down there, they listen to that booming lecture day. Where they read all that list as if to say, I they eat all the time. By the time middle lecture, I don't know, all go don't tire. And indeed, he was right. There was no data exchange. There were no documents given out to us for justify anything. But what we came away with, that the commissioner, that what me take away from that, Lan, all I tell you, who pays the piper? Calls the tune. That was what I took away from that lecture from him. Because he don't tell me how he act for investigate when they when I then get the evidence. If they're not getting documents, they're not going to for prosecute. He don't tell me how he act for handle jurors them when I ain't get for give them transport. He don't tell me how he act for lay his hands on documents. And he tell me at the end of the day say, as far as this case is concerned, the Arata do it big. Una legoram. Una come behind this race case. And the minister is still in office.
Right.
Whether an intercamo, not to intercamo, that means when a case is of this magnitude, you not get the wherewithal, you not get the motivation for FETAM. And I tell them that. I say, Dr. Bright, you say you don't change. And indeed, you don't change. Because when they ask you about the expenditure of the First Lady, you run straight, go to Sierra Leone. If Sierra Leone, in your way, it do was wrong, that was wrong. What in the current First Lady they do is wrong also. You know, they take one wrong, two wrongs not get for make one right. It's like how you style them, cut them, and dice them. So we're not done with this talk. We want for no, them money them for answer for girls campaign. How they spend them. Outside that money they go. That magnitude of money where you not give Ministry of Gender. Una not give that 1%, una not give Minister of Gender where I get one stop shop. Una not give Minister for Social Welfare. Una not give Rainbow where they fet rape. But una give it, let me see the books. And you don't talk and say African Express, they're not lie. Right. All waiting and talk, not true. He confirmed it. But he say, now wasteful spending. Well, if we get wasteful spending at that level of governance, we get wasteful spending, where a First Lady, a non-elected official, get access to the consolidated fund, may ask a bleed for salon.
Well, me are confused. As we discussed, that confused. Because you know, say Dr. Bright run one of the most successful non-profit activities in our country. Then it all work for government, don't implement government programs. So let's make her confused because Mr. President, in town hall meeting, say one of the most successful program of in government now the hands of our girls. So if the anti-corruption commissioner, they relegate any act of corruption to wasteful spending, if you president says successful, then the anti-corruption commissioner say wasteful spending. I don't understand now how this success happened, because if you wasteful spending, that means you not spend them for which he's supposed for go on.
But not forget to Juma. So the president also talks say, he not say they're all corrupt. He say we all corrupt in the country.
Yes. Now Al Jazeera.
So he don't already not to Al Jazeera. He talking at the town hall meeting or he talking at 98.1.
Right.
So he don't already get a disclaimer. So we include him. We include in WEF. We include the new Minister of Finance.
Okay.
So he spoke for himself.
Right. Dr. Bright, clarify this point for me, this with the Office of the First Lady, because instead of presenting a fact, for sure say there was no corruption in it. After that, we did try for see if they can play the president's most recent interview, and most of that interview being covered by questions around corruption. Because around for we see the contradiction. The president was very, open for say the Anti-Corruption Commission, they do their work. But then if the Anti-Corruption Commission tell we say he's a realist, it is what it is, and you're not able to get access to paper them for prosecute people and today, then where are we as a nation in the fight against corruption? Over to you, Dr. Bright.
Now, if remember, we can give some figure about Sierra Leone, almost the office we spend. I don't remember the figure again, but you not get figure for the current First Lady.
Okay.
And the figure we give for Sierra Leone, and not tell you the period we cover. You understand them? Because we go assume say now over a 10-year period now we talk about. So even for helpful, if you can give you any figure for the current First Lady, then we will able to do the kind of comparison.
Calculation.
Okay.
For calculator, because the current First Lady na 3 years, no more than them don't lack.
Right.
So if you know almost then don't use. Let's put the word with almost then don't use in the first 3 years. Then almost Sierra Leone then use over 10 years. Then kind of thing in there, but we not get that. Then the other thing again, where you see, I think the the president talk to a very successful.
Yes. Yeah.
A successful program.
Yeah, saying that the most successful, even past the way me understand, I say not even successful. Then if you say that the most successful, that means it passed the flagship program when the free quality education.
Okay. Who stand and do the evaluation? Because when the talk say mean NGO man also.
Yes, sir.
You they in possession of the evaluation we then do. First of all, waiting at the project document. Because you get forget the project document and you get forget the cycle also, how long the project will last. And the evaluation you can do a midterm also, or you do them at the end of the project. So whose evaluation they don't do, we make they talk, they pronounce now say, this is a successful program. Waiting now all the objectives then we then get for this project. And to what extent they don't meet each and every one of them objectives then they. Now them measurements then they, now you get for do before you go talk say this. But let's not go into all that and they say. You know, because there are also, to be honest, now God no more go help we. Now God no more go help we because then he just talk. Successful. You know, what you mean by successful? They not even know almost picking them. They don't reach. They not even, they can't tell you the reach self of the picking them. The components them of that project, they're waiting at the real components for that project, apart from the legal side, that is we then go push a law against rape and which you could call ourselves
sexual abuse.
Sexual abuse. We now one. Apart from the pad, sanitary pad, within the shape.
They sell that in markets now, safe.
Yes. What else? What are the other components of this project where you know of, Juma?
Well, the first thing where me get, me are confused first because I still don't know who say this particular Hands of Our Girls feet. Is it part of the Mada and Fatima Bio Foundation? Is it under the office of the First Lady? Is it a government program? So that's not the first confusion. So now I cannot go able for no other part because
you can't call them a government program.
Right. Well again because
the way then they finance them.
Yes.
Then they finance them from the budget for a cause when not the government they control.
Right.
A good cause. So definitely. So now then they put them to the office of the First Lady. So this is a project, Hands of Our Girls. It's a project.
Right.
And it is not a government project.
Right.
Okay?
Parliament no
government project.
Right. So now that's what now that baffle me when Mr. President now in town hall say this is the most successful government project we then don't do within the 3 years.
No, for listening to them back and say enough you say government projects, it's a successful project. Okay. But I will be government projects. Now because now government the financer.
Yeah.
And how you measure the success? You know, the rape cases they're not the condom. The rape cases then they go up.
If not government the finance them, who's can control government? Because government not just the finance, so without they not get control over.
Without parliament,
who's can control them? Who side then go present the reports they're on, you know, and where are the reports? Whose ministry? The problem now is that let me tell you. Then don't remove all the powers from the Ministry of Social Welfare, Gender and Children's Affairs.
Yes.
Then don't reduce them now to nothingness. Then don't go stuff this one grain project with all the money there. And we're talking about billions. You know, where you for don't empower the ministry. You understand?
Me, at one time, we talk say, well, if not that the government we want, other people then don't do them. I mean, other presidents then don't do them. You can make your wife minister of social welfare, gender and children's affairs. That's
right.
You know, no more, but at least say, wait, things they go on in the correct way. There is no diversion. Right. You spend the money directly to government, and they within government control somehow.
Exactly.
Let your wife, because your wife get the charisma, is able for move around a very what they call, he get that kind of zeal and enthusiasm, and he wants to support you as president. Then you can do them. Right. You can put them there, honestly. And honestly, so then some of we will say, well, that you they under the government in control.
Yes.
You know, you go do something in your own way, separately, you know. And then we cannot now see a government money. There was a time when I think at the other stage they talk, say, you know, they get money from government.
Yes.
That's what we say.
Yes.
You remember I've been talking saying the daughter government money they use.
Yes.
Well, perhaps we can find out now, say another 1% with the national budget. Now they didn't pull up. So I'm confused. I am confused.
Okay.
So,
right.
So we are confused.
Not confused right now. Well, let we play.
No, we are confused.
We are confused.
I'm confused.
Yes. We can play this video, then we go to the chat because we see beaucoup questions and comments, and T-Boy will come in with that. And over to you, Femi, when you're ready with the video. The video now CNN the video where we president do an interview with him, where CNN do an interview with him, and you know, let's listen for ourselves and see now an extract. You know, we will help for guide the conversation because it's relevant now. So.
When you came to power, you promised, and one of your campaign slogans was to really try to root out corruption in Sierra Leonean government. You investigated your predecessor's administration. You made it a focus, especially early on. Fast forward 3 years, looking around you, what do you think Sierra Leoneans make of how you have handled corruption?
Well, corruption was endemic in this country. It was fashionable. It was a way of life. What we have done, or what I have done, is to make it very risky. It is to make it difficult and to make it not fashionable anymore. With the use of the Anti-Corruption Commission, we have been able to recover quite a lot of money from those who acquired monies illegally. When we came in, they rated us. Our control of corruption index was about 47%. Today, we are in the 80s. In the past 3 years, we have made progress every year.
President Bio, though, your chief minister has been accused of corruption, and your wife, the First Lady, has also been accused of corruption, misusing public funds. How are they being held accountable?
It is easy to accuse or make allegations that any member of my family or the government is corrupt. We have a system. You have to prove that, you have to produce evidence. So without that, I can say you are corrupt, even when I cannot see. I hardly have any dealings to do with you. Whenever there is any claim of corruption, the Anti-Corruption Commission is free to go and investigate, and where there is evidence of wrongdoing, as far as monies are concerned for the state, we will take action.
So let me get this straight. If it is proven, President Bio, if it is proven, that the Chief Minister and the First Lady, your wife, have actually misused public funds, how will they be held accountable?
Well, there's a prescription for whatever happens. If that is the case, and it's proven in a court of law or by the commission, they either ask to pay for it, or there are different forms of punishment for that, and they will have to.
On top of that, you recently hired a brand new finance minister who was accused of long-standing corruption in the previous administration. What message does that send to Sierra Leoneans?
Again, you've used the word accused. And he has had to go through a very long legal process to prove that he is not guilty. So, like I said earlier, it is easier. Anybody can make such claims, outlandish claims, or that the other person is corrupt. But we are a law-abiding country, and we go through the entire length to make sure that when claims or allegations are made, we prove them in a court of law, and then we take the necessary actions.
With the Anti-Corruption Commission boss, when the Anti-Corruption Commissioner now he called the town hall meeting, say he want for present to them data. So we would only discuss now on some of the issues them when I don't hear it. So Madam Femi Claudius Cole, you don't hear this interview, and then you don't get a face-to-face town hall meeting with the Anti-Corruption Commissioner. What do you have to say on this?
I say the puss don't die.
so the puss don't die now. The puss don't exist again.
The puss. Game, set, and match. Ayata. Game, set, and match. The Ayata don't win. They don't win the case. When you hear it with president, it sounds so weak. It sounds so flimsy. Whose hope? Whose hope there for we? Hope not there again, no. This the game, it don't pass big o. On an international platform. Well, you know, I take small, I get small collapse. Let the international community, when I then they pump money, when I then feed into Baku, then see how then they do. Let them self begin for listen. Sometimes now we CNN don't manage Rob Mott Pandis. Sometimes we go see a way forward. We then go left for the gi. We country a blank check. Money where then they use for turn round for victimize we. All them programs then here where the consortium they fight for. Decentralization policy, cybercrime bill, all them things so donor funding, now they make it happen. Midterm census. Where we go they talk one thing, international community go they give their award, go they clap them, go they give them score, go they this and that. So sometimes if fine when the parents don't go on radio, go talk small mono. Sometimes that sending out the international community when then they fund all this, sometimes themselves go catch up themselves. The time don't reach. Because when you see the push don't die, when now the motorman then now they can begin die.
Oh my God.
Because
so
after that,
the answer then go begin eat on their foot then just now.
Yes, sir. Then go begin cham with football with the sleep planet. Because I tell you something, after that end of that interview day, the party owner no capture. Then go on for ask the president. Salon. We need waiting past prayer and fasting. Then go on for ask the pa. Say this mining thing. Another workout for now. How you plan for diversify the economy? The panel answer. You're not able to give one sober answer. So what chance do we have? Who say we day? Who say poor man day? What's not the chance for we for see salon change? When we president on national TV, international, I beg your pardon, not able for defend the position. So now then say, you take man where Biobele bin don't talk say get problem for money business. If they court, the judiciary they make us rush the court. Bang and quick, knock and quick. They say the man not guilty before they make so. Look the man. They don't turn other arata. What chance the poor man gets na salon. Whose chance we get?
Wow. Well, I go give that question to Dr. Dennis Bright. After listening to that interview, what chance salon people get? Waiting at the chance where young man then gets. And low your feedback on the interview.
I don't know. I'm not sure of any chance can be so, but one thing interesting. The president say,
hello, Dr. Bright. I don't know if I'm not there.
Okay. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead. We hear you now.
Yes. One thing interesting about the president say, he say, he don't succeed for make corruption not fashionable again.
Mm-hmm.
They don't succeed for make corruption not look sweet again. So, but it's interesting. One man who even done day, he get problem at State House. And he said, I think, to the president. He get problem and pull an example of agriculture. With the agriculture, now Commission of Inquiry go find out say in the earlier life, we in the Ministry of Education, they've been corrupt.
Yes.
It could to the point where more or less than convict them. And even the white paper been convicted. In fact, now in them they use as an example for sure say, then they fight corruption even inside the current administration. That same Monday. Now in then go quick one, go make appeal court case for them, make a win within 48 hours. They don't go put her in charge of the treasury.
So they don't put this girl at the granite farm now.
They don't.
Then go put her in charge of the treasury. Quick one, they don't acquit him. They don't make petition for him. They don't pull him inside for 48 hours. The man as Minister of Finance.
Wow.
I don't understand how more fashionable you go make.
You want make her?
Well, possibly.
How sweeter can corruption be than that example day of this particular man?
Well, again, sometimes this just get in other words,
it's almost an encouragement.
Right. Dr. Bai, so do you think this day in line with waiting the anti-corruption commissioner in your definition of corruption now? Say wasteful spending, for take care, put here, as long as you're able for justify it's no corruption.
Maybe don't tell you in the earlier case, say, I don't give up the anti-corruption commissioner. Because from all waiting immediate talk, where are they face to face with them? And Femi say we'll get for meet and back. But me not expect much from who meet and back. Pass it continue to talk the same thing. So as far as this one is concerned, the anti-corruption commissioner will tell you, say, a day within the law. No, so?
Yes.
Because they don't get, although they don't charge and they don't find them guilty and everything, but they don't go appeal. So the appeal court don't meet quick. Now you appeal, now they go fan quick. No, so?
Fast.
It's kind of say they be interested for done the appeal case day. Before then they make the appeal, quick and they don't make the man in charge of the money. Basically, you actually they see the reason why international press they don't become interested in this.
Yes.
You don't understand, eh?
Yeah.
Now like a thing like this particular one, all around we call the chief minister, first officer, first lady, this and that. Then they've been big enough. But this one I then call brazen face. I don't care damn. They don't give up. They don't give a hoot about waiting people and think safe. You understand that?
Yes.
So we for sit down, we listen to them prayer.
say, well, the justice system, they work very well. You know, you're a president
efficiently
with they go through the system.
The courts.
So, in other words, and the tribal authority say, you know, we get one of the best justice system in the world. So when you go through that justice system, then you go know whether a person corrupt or not. And at the same justice system, now in this particular man go through, so you know, go through, fine. And the justice system, you know, the president gets so much faith and trust in the justice system. I think he asked precepts to forget the same faith and trust in the justice system. May God help us all in Sierra Leone.
Amen. All right. Well, over to you, T-Boy. You know, I don't keep you and I call the conversation get interesting. I'm not even able to go to the chat group. Over to you.
Very interesting. I'm worried. I'm worried about so many things. I'm worried for two of the most trusted Sierra Leonean citizens, the way that one way they actually see the day-to-day running of the activities, the way they happen as alone, with their weights being pulled down. Like, it is very scary. And sometimes we take certain things for granted, but this is something that we should take very seriously. If we have seasoned politicians, lecturers, people who have actually seen the dispensation of different governments in operation, people who have served in governance, people who have made immense contribution to the society we call Salon, are now thinking, what is next? I think the layman should be worried, extremely worried, because it means if you have sober-minded, focused individuals are struggling to deal with the situation that the country is heading to, we should be worried. We should not be worried for the fact that we don't know what the solution is. There isn't any solution. That's what we should worry about. Because when you have people who don't care about the consequences of what they are doing, who don't have any form of thoughts behind their heads to say, what if?
Yeah.
Would I be here for the next 10, 15, 20 years to live as a Sierra Leonean? Do I have relatives, family, friends, people who I call my fellow Sierra Leoneans? I don't have no remorse. I don't have no regret. I don't have no conscience. I don't have no feeling, no humanitarian decisions within myself to say, what if I am the other person? And when we have people with integrity losing hope, it means the ones without integrity don't really give a damn. Because we are now heading to, I don't even know. Everybody keeps saying, attire, I don't tire. But it is very scary to see people complaining, I don't tire, because that's the lineage of voting they actually want for Lake we be. Attire. It means when we all give up and we all say we all don't tire, that means these people can do whatever they like, whatever they feel like, whatever they want to do today, tomorrow, anytime. They don't go by the constitution. They don't go by the governance instructions of voting for do, voting not for do. So it is really scary. And I'm thinking, sitting down here, I don't go through all the chat messages that are the Facebook and YouTube. I haven't been able to even engage in terms of responding because it is a lot. And when you see people engaging, watching, writing, participating, saying things, talking about their opinion, about the way they feel, good or bad, and we are sitting here doing equally the same, and people who are meant to be in authority are not even thinking alike. I think what we're heading for is yet unknown. Because I think we faced everything else in Sierra Leone when it comes to brutality, war crimes, or whatever we might call it now. I think we've seen it all. We've practiced it all. It is within our system, and it doesn't seem to be coming out of our system at all. It is becoming the norm in our society. We mean say, even the one where they monitor the judiciary, they tell you the judiciary is not safe. Imagine that. Somebody who is supposed to be monitoring the corrupt system in Sierra Leone is telling you and I that the system we are supposed for the monitor is not even safe.
But the president,
and they tell you say
the judiciary they work.
But the president, like I said to you earlier on, everybody has the mandate na their own hand. The president is saying one thing, his executive is saying something different. The president, somebody said that the group say the Marabio way in the Sabi.
Not so in this.
The replica of the Marabio they will right now. Not to the real Marabio. And at some point, she might be thinking possibly, the person is totally correct. Because we haven't seen the hard lineage of what he done they say over the years before he took over office. We all been get hope, brother. We all been get trust. Say, well, okay, now let's see what's the difference. Hey, because we were ready.
Boy.
To go and keep our own hands.
Me know the parts of the way. From the first way me see the arrow of the new direction turn at the wrong side. Na Congo cross.
Where typographical error they happen. Let's take things.
Say them go anger. When just stand it. I mean the sign that way God be the show we say the direction.
Now
no, wait. See, they not say it not be ever say right direction.
Right.
He say new direction. New direction, it can face anywhere where one face.
Exactly.
There was never a promise of right direction. I not say so.
Right. Now make me not be get hope. I don't know if Dr. Brighty me get hope.
Then no, but
again, the reason make they say hope good day.
Then it's not get blackout.
No, not that. In fact, una not go see me now because they don't dock me blackout back. Let me tell you what you can. You don't use that now. Now the direction now will be arranged. But between me and una, we were then also the thing that we see and hear, you know, you can't believe say all this way they happen. Do you know that there are some people who are very, very much convinced, or then they convince themselves, say everything is okay?
Yes.
I'm telling you, if you deny right now, say put some man they listen to now. Some man don't vex.
Yeah, from one.
Because we talk against the government. Because for them, now talk with the talk against the government. They are doing extremely well. Then go and place what they call strategic written communication. Then get them set of people and they anytime wanna criticize anything, then they gather them, then send them. But you know, like that vuvuzela, we can na so then they now na vuvuzela for make noise na people is. And they are very convinced that if they begin give the list of successes where they don't get, in fact, then they go home with happiness that the people, it's like we are happy, but we don't know it. So we're there in a situation where then we get one. We're having to teach French. Literature na Fuabe College. When they teach one theory called the theory of the absurd, you know. So we actually live in a world of the absurd. Because whereas me and you they talk, so it's like we craze. We don't know it who they talk. Then know, in fact, right now, Seth, person on the way can see them go beat me. No, so Femi even there, no, so.
Yes. You put your finger on your face. Kill me. So beat you now all.
Because now we all. In other words, all what we they do, so they talk for our country. Now bad we they do. The way we go do good for our country, now for we shut up and let allow them for carry on. That's what they do. So if you're not in a salon, you wanna not know exactly what thing we get for deal with on a day-to-day basis. Then the arrogance, they no one for talk to you,
Then feel say na then get here. We no matter. We now disposable entities there. You understand? And then they give that impression, they say, because you know they in power, you do not belong.
Are jealous.
To
Are
the
jealous.
center of power.
Are jealous to the jealousness.
Now jealous to the jealous them because now them they. So you the jealous them. Then yeah, so in fact, one of them we don't tell himself say, now because they not call me for give me position, now I make they do all this. Because inside them brain, they don't wire themselves for feel no more say it's all about position. It's no longer about country, but it's all about position. So then feel say we all they think the same way then they think. That is the problem. As I can tell you, so, some of them they're ready for kill person now, sir, for kill myself.
Wow.
If they get the chance. And I can tell you that waiting they're not able to understand, waiting like a we and Femi then they do so. To be honest, now for keep democracy alive, we they sacrifice we self and put we neck on the block just for make democracy be alive. Because there is need for an opposition for always they remind them that they are going wrong, that they're doing wrong. All of them are supposed to be servants, but they don't let the people know that. They don't let the people know, feel say they're a master. That they say with the jealous them, but yes, okay, if not jealous, they'll jealous them. But the money that they are spending does not belong to them. It belongs to the people of this country. Now that's one for letting know. And we not go settle much if, look, not so long ago, Dotty full up na Connaught Hospital. They pass away, something happened. They even beat doctor all. We want for open mouth for talk. Dotty full up na Connaught Hospital. They not pay people in for over 1 year where they clean the thing. Then care? That means they don't care.
Wow.
People and they and picking them na within they call na cottage. And so one picking die because of generator problem. Are we serious? So we for Sidom we set too much. Some of we comping them we so then set them out too.
On the club. Beaucoup de club.
Yeah. So small in the gallery. Now if you go, like you two picture.
Okay.
If you pass now if you pass now the bank of Lokelba,
Local Commercial Bank.
Local commercial.
Okay.
Commercial. You see the place full up. It's full up with poor women then. With them, I don't know if now waiting microcredit or something with them they give them. But those people are really in need. Badly in need. But for sure you must say when you don't distribute that money give them. Basically, most of them, by the experience we don't get, then therefore go cook first. The first way they remember now for go cook because
now for pot. All that money they na pot they go.
Then where they don't done down the now, some of them can therefore begin balance, some of them they move because they no one for let them can hold them for
payback.
For payback. If you go na Ministry of Labor, Ministry of Labor, then they convince you say they don't lift the ban for that
for
that slavery.
Overseas for work.
That slavery.
Yeah.
For go slavery. They say they don't lift the ban on slavery. So Popo girl picking them. So then they full up there. Me, I just feel no more say anybody within a top position now inside this country, then for bow their heads in shame.
Shame.
Because of the fact that, shame, yes. Because of the fact that they're not able to do nothing.
For we young people, then
for solve no problem. Yes. For let people and then they send and go. You're not able to forget anything that the economy
for offer them
for waiting and calling.
Yes. They not get future. They not get future now. Yeah. They not get future.
Tiboy, while I come in,
I still look at the blackout.
No, we just say you look at the blackout.
But
no,
yeah.
So, but you know, you know all things bright and beautiful. When they see you small.
Tiboy, this just show the reality, how the direction they go, the new direction. In the middle of a program, Dr. Bright sit on a blackout.
No, me not generator. Me not generator.
Madam Femi, instead of Fem push cat for a generator.
And now they not begin make line for diesel. Are they nearly 1 hour and a line they beg for diesel. So Dr. Now make the hot myself your generator.
Well this now the cam don't camp and camp.
Waiting the phone. The light come. When I put on the generator, the light been come. So now we go mistake. Go out the generator, we say light don't come. Now we go back, whoop. Now I depend now. For go lighter now, I don't get possible for go lighter now. Because if I go lighter now, I go left my post. So let's the computer now. So yeah, I'm not able to see me, but
no, that's okay. That's all right to understand. And this just they add flavor to the program. Let we know what's in the reality. And Tiboy, like they say, we get for be worried. And you're extremely right because we talk, we smile about but I'm scared inside because, like I say, I don't follow Dr. Bright for a long period of time. Madam Femi Claudius school for a long period of time. What I know about these people from a distance, now positivity, optimism, and willing to encourage others, for inspire others, say, look at the bright side for Sierra Leone. And when I talk about knowing them or following them, I'm talking about 30 years back.
Sure.
Okay? Sure. So if, like what you say, T-boy, waiting people for do, the people of Sierra Leone, waiting we for do, for make sure, say, because if they don't begin tire now, and they left handle tomorrow, whose fate we get as a nation? So waiting we the people for do, for support the activities of the consortium, for at least let give them that courage they for let them able for continue for lead we as a people and talk to the government and the people that we not care at all. Where some of them are you party the way you sabi.
I think what's make I become very worried now the fact say we don't even know where to start. But for the benefit of the consortium, I think if we focus on them and make sure say we collectively reinforce the power of consortium, then we might have a solution. Let me tell you why I say so. People then they say, oh, 2023 is the right time. But 2023 means nothing anymore to me as far as I'm concerned. Because if we're leaving this current government for do whatever they need for do, and we say we wait 2023, what is the possibility to say the next government will come will not be worse than what you don't see? Based on the reality of what's in the happen right now. So this government now abuse all the rights of political dispensation in Sierra Leone. If I took over power next 2023 election, I will do the worst to these guys. So to me, that's not the solution. I keep on telling people your vote means nothing if you don't know the value of it. Your vote means nothing if somebody else is coming to tell you, vote here because I want B to go out tomorrow, not based on the principles or on the manifesto or on the deliverables of that particular individual or political party. So to me, my thoughts now is becoming very different to the normal ideology where I be the put aid, where I don't see Dr. Dennis and Madam Femi don't see Dom, and they know exactly how Salon done the run for the past donkey years, and they are telling us they're not even optimistic anymore. They are not even sure. They don't even know what's the next direction is going to be like, or what is going to be the next step for them to come together and think we need to form a consortium. It means more than anything other than we don't have to think individual anymore. We don't have to think one man anymore. We don't have to think like this is for myself anymore. We have to think collectively, regardless of your position politically or otherwise.
Absolutely.
We are now running into a failed country, not failed state, failed nation, if we don't think collectively, if we don't believe in the agenda of bringing people that are like-minded together and form the way forward. Otherwise, Sierra Leone is sinking, not like Titanic, more than Titanic. It's good for us to be in the diaspora and say all of these things and support whoever we need for support and say whatever we need for say. But if we not get we hearts together, forget POWPA or SLPP government at the moment, because they're doing extremely woefully. Forget about that. What is the agenda after SLPP? Because they will come to an end anyway, be it 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. There's always an end product to anything we make. So if we don't think collectively, I think the support of the consortium is extremely necessary. You know, they undermine any political party. You know, they undermine any individual. You know, they undermine anything other than putting Salon first. Because if we don't think like that, then we are failing. Not only self we fail, because we not get for live last for the next 30, 40 years to come again. Only God knows. But we will ever remain for continue for they say the same thing they will be great grandpa and don't say. Now we self they say, now the one after we they can say. We don't have to wait for a Messiah to come and redeem Sierra Leone when we can do it. Only if we come together and put those jigsaws together. Yes, sir.
T-Boy, I want to thank you very much for this short thing where you talk. It just encapsulates the whole concept
of the consortium.
With ABN, the consortium. You know, people we are not being believed say sometimes about a few months ago, people we are not being ever believed say I go sit down with. Right now, I dey sit down with them. Place the way I not be ever believe say I go. Right now, I dey go. Just because of country. We don't come to a situation of decomposition where we can only now have regeneration. Now, let me tell you, the people that we dey na them two big parties that we don't run this country for 60 years. They're all Sierra Leonean. But the structures, the political structures they would don't develop over these 60 years, they don't come to a situation where even when good people go inside either of these parties, you are forced to think first about the preservation of your party and your position before you begin to think about the common good and about the country. There is a kind of a sin of forgetfulness where we political class don't commit. And that is forgetting about the people and forgetting that we have a country. I'll take it from me that many of the people in authority who go to work, when they have money, then they go work. Very few of them, they think, say, like people are now, why then they inside the air conditioned vehicle. Very few of them, they know about the struggle with somebody within a 40 They struggle for get transport for car inside town.
Inside town.
They don't think about that. But within with the thing that this consortium is that it is possible. So you when they talk about hope, T-boy, the fact that we able for Sidon, like me, Femi, and other people able for come together or discuss about Sierra Leone. Now the first ray of hope, but it is only a ray of hope. That yes, people that we don't reach the pinnacle of political authority can still sit down across the boundaries and discuss and talk about country. Now, what Una go help we for do? The first thing I believe is that even Una with the out yonder, Una for begin think consortium. Una when Una did the diaspora, Una just an extension of the divisions that within our country, whether they are tribal, whether they are regional, and so on. When they perpetuate then divisions there. What thing una go do for help we and support we in this consortium? After una self begin imitate or replicate the kind of things that we do by coming together across party lines. So the one that we did in favor of NGC and the one that we did in favor of SLPP and the one that we did in favor of Pau because I say Pau and SLPP are two different things. The one that we did in favor of APCO, the one that we did for PDPO, the one that we not did for any PO. Una for begin get forum them go una go dey meet and talk positive about Sierra Leone. Not for begin cause on ourselves. That one day it give you the zeal more. We were there na the mouth of the lion. Yeah, it will give you zeal more for them. Let me tell you, the people the way they run this country now, many of them I know them. Many of them are younger people to myself. Na million posting them. I can assure you, I was a minister in the SLPP before for 5 years.
Yeah.
A lot of the people then, where they run this country now, they are my young folks. But the decision then, when we don't take, now a decision on behalf of the country, where even people away, na me own man them. You know, Juma been to tell you about how I don't work with young people before. It is true. And I just let young man there. Plenty of them, and then they get respect from you. Now some of them, funny one, then they can't.
Hey, lights don't come.
Yes, you know, say if they see me now, light don't come. Light just come. Sometimes now the talk what they talk, now make the light come. But the reason why I tell you this is that where them people are so, they are people that I know where we know they one plaba. You understand me? We not make plaba. But when it comes to the business of Sierra Leone, then I not get any friend or foe. Now just focus on Sierra Leone. So now, when we were there, plenty they feel saying that we jealous them as Femi been talk. We jealous them for their power and their position and their money we then get and everything. But we not to go big them. We sit down, now we corner, we don't search with conscience, we don't find out say we can't allow our country to continue in this way. Then we sit down, we not do nothing. We will sit down, we're in our position, we're able for talk. If we set we mouth, we are doing more harm than anybody else to the country. That is why we are doing this. If anybody misunderstands we and feels I hate them, well, I'm sorry. But I see we don't start so. We not go tire. We they continue and we are determined to shout until somebody listens. So now, what T-Boy been the talk just now? It is not that we don't give up hope. If we don't give up, we'll not go deep on this program. Now, so we use every possible means. Some of we get other things than for do, but with the left hand, they make that sacrifice they will do. But if we not get on our own kind of support, on our own moral backing, or whatever kind of support we forget, then we lose hope. Now that time we give up. Hope say this program one that organized so, and they do it because of Sierra Leone. Now that we feel, now that we feel. We can sit down so we do it because of Sierra Leone. But don't sleep by now. Tired. Don't go sleep. But we do it on behalf of this country.
2 hours.
And I can tell you that very soon, the people then go wake up. Now that wake up moment, now they wait for. Because the wake up moment, stay go come. Now when the people then go realize, say, hey, now lie then they lie. Not to we drive them the faithful, not for themselves.
Right.
You understand it?
Yes.
Oh, this Southeastern, we then go wake up. And the father say, this Southeast student they talk about, they will be on a line. Now in West, in Peking and in Paddy them, not then they faithful. So nobody they can begin fool me within Southeast or in Northwest and in waiting and call. That moment where you see people wake up, not different things people talk. The person go there in border, it go run out in border. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
But we not just the catalyst. We try to make people actually come to that point of consciousness, awareness. We then go wake up. Not out of hatred we do them for anybody. Make him tell himself, say, in fact, we were they do this to now we love una.
Right.
now we love una. Because we they try for telling us something, wait for make una avoid for go for wrong, na gutter. But if una feel saying I hate we hate una, well, we left and so. So I just want to make that statement, that clarification.
Okay, thank you so much.
Fighting hard.
Thank you, Dr. Bright. Madam Cole, we don't do 30 minutes over the bargaining time, so we'll come to you. You tell we say the puss don't die. You know, no knife now the arata it's the puss or the puss. You know it's bokute die or I don't understand. So we don't talk calm on our.
Yes. I feel say the puss, it don't turn to arata instead. Because they don't become friends now.
When this don't come,
the game don't big.
The game don't babala. You know size. Die. So madam,
not like arata now.
Wow. We push turn to arata, then a problem now.
Now big problem. But you know it's in then it don't reach a stage now where the way them in the talk where people them in they believe them. It don't reach a stage now where people are not they believe then talk then they again.
Okay.
Then can tell me you have a listening president will not believe again. Then talk about cohesive, they say inclusive governance will not believe again. We get a president where not they listen. A president to me we seem for they in a different world.
I know I'll break you train of thought, Madam Cole. when you talk about this listed president, we saw a ugly situation. We've been really sad for Salon. A group of political parties, not only give them money, not only they give them time, then go get a meeting. They agree, say, you know, with all due respect, let we come and can hand over our position to the listening president. But where una go, we see that they push and toss una here and there. It was an unfortunate situation. And the president no go tell me, say, you know, they see, you know, they hear, because he don't make reference na public platforms about issues the way some not say they listen, but and then they happen na in doorstep by insecurity guards. We'll not talk about that, but people need to know these things.
But this is it. Now the arrogance that they always they talk about. And not only waiting and do so we the consortium we now ask that they say, so we'll not forget let her go give the president. This now we listening president, this now we president, we promise for give change, forget for take we go. Whose direction he been promised myself me not know again. You know they listen. You know what engage, not him, not his cabinet. Waiting they want, how they want them, that's what it for be. Una see, me and Dr. Bright today inside Parliament that day, Sidom, we were witnesses to the fiasco, to the indiscipline from the person that we call the Speaker of the House of Parliament. So the clerk of parliament, they are nothing but bullies and hooligans. They are nothing but bulldozers who want their way or no way. Whose chance democracy gets against this type of characters? If we all sit down, then give him mumu beef, we all eat and we swell around, what will happen to the next generation? What till we go able for tell we picking and we grand picking them? Whose kind salon will they left give the wire? The consortium, as Denise they say, myself not be no say I go to rub shoulders with all the different political parties there. But when you see them, there is more that unites us than actually divides us. And it good this consortium for me, even myself, Denise self, would they left all the way to get for do. For now, we focus on the agenda of the consortium. Because the way our myself see them, this is the only way. We can't sing from almost different in book where we they see the problem up ahead. We don't crystallize them, we're able to see them. We don't put the finger on them. We can't all sing from different in book. So the beauty of the consortium is, but I can say one single broom in not a sweep. Like how one hand bangles can never shake. So this consortium means but even at that, despite our coming together, as you said, and push and shove with me, pass why they limp the day after that, so they don't push me down the State Avenue. But even at that, you think to say then go listen, what's in the president announced to Minister for West? But me at the wait, I know say very soon will they get minister for the islands, will they get minister for illegal settlements? Where would they go no more? Where will they go? This is not job purely for the boys. And you know where Ben Kelfala they talk, I want to ask him back. Say nepotism. You with all the book where you learn, with all the experience where you get, now you the very best, now you bring Professor Lamumba Kansa alone. Where he tell we, he talk him, he say we need political hygiene. You were there, you brought him, you had him. So what was all of that? If not tabulate theater, let me no, let me all go beat and dance. But don't tell us you're running a country. Don't tell us that you're in it for Sierra Leoneans. Not tell me that they will not accept her again. So as far as this consortium is concerned, we are together. We are going to keep it together. We are going to focus on the issues where they endanger with democracy, and of which there are many. We they focus now on the one the way they supply the money to the one the way they jeopardize with democracy. They have to know. But as I say, that clip where you play, then don't begin listening.
Right.
We tell God thank you for that. And again, we tell Una thank you for them forum there. Yeah. Because thank you for ritual, and also thank you for hot lights, probably like how the hot and pandemics. Where internet self forget for struggle, forget. They are putting the machinery in place to rig the elections. They are putting the machinery in place. Will they ring this alarm bell? Will they ring the alarm bells? Una self get for help we for push this information. Let people know why we don't they cry. Let we not wait until it is too late. They say, what una been say, what una been do. Now the Allah don't be Allah so. That decentralization policy where they want pull politics commodity, not healthy for democracy.
Right.
This cybercrime bill, not healthy for democracy either. It is a means worse than the Public Order Act where they say them pull. This midterm census, Papa, na NCRA would depend so. NCRA, then they take 45 minutes for verify one more time, man. 45 minutes. NCRA, me don't know that they had them all. I don't know that they had and let it not be to say something everything. But it is out of in depth. And if census and NCRA now one man be bonded, then we're in for trouble. They are biting off more than they can chew. Let them deal with one force, they're able to succeed Panam. But they are fighting on all fronts because they want to tip the scale. They want, you know that scale, oh, they take buy beef now this country, where you buy £2 and market so you come now £1.5. Now this government say pan. They are tipping the scale.
So then they shortchange me. But then when I make them say all change not change, if then shortchange yourself not change.
Ah well.
Wow.
Now I make you say the pussy is dead.
The pussy is dead, they don't turn Ayata. Well, now serious things them wanna talk about so, and we hope so we'll get more time for engaging in conversation. Yeah, because if una the concern about the elections, you know, this early stage putting mechanisms in place, we hope it's not true. And I'm happy that una they engage the, you know, funding partners, the aid agencies then, because like I highlight at some point, it is concerning where this government, they tell we say, then get a clean bill of health, then don't get the confidence of the international community, and we go see one day where they beat members of parliament, then you see the US ambassador get a nice picture with the Speaker of Parliament. The next day we hear about corruption, anti-corruption commissioner, they defend corruption. Then we see, then they give an award by one of the international institutions. So these are all concerns them, and I hope when I get the opportunity, then they when I go raise them. We read and talk about cybercrime, the people of Sierra Leone not comfortable, but the next moment we hear say one of the international institutions then just don't train, you know, people away for come, you know, work on the cybercrime and all that. So are they okay because they get the confidence of the international community? I hope some of them are listening and go possibly go back to the drawing board and make sure say they help the people of Sierra Leone. Dr. Bright will come to you. I don't know if Femi Palmer, you get question before I ask them for say the last word then for this program because lights don't go back.
I just want to say one thing quick.
All right, go ahead.
Femi, can I go quick? If you can, Femi Palmer. Right. If you watch the chat group, I specifically pinned Wilson Bob Magai in message.
Yeah.
I just want to read the message and then say something. Wilson Bob Magai in message say, diaspora are nothing to write home. Just continue your idleness over there. And then he laughs. I want to make you understand one thing. I am proud to be a diaspora, just like your president was a couple of years ago. And if you're telling us that diaspora is nothing to write home about, it's quite good. Because guess what? 90% of the running government in Sierra Leone that we have that are ruling us now are the same, nothing to write home about diasporans. So if you can feel proud to say that, then I should be proud to say Sierra Leone is failing because
the government is nothing to write home about because
the government. Because the government is Sierra Leone anyway. So basically, Sierra Leone is nothing to write home about. So if you are living there and you're proud to say diaspora are idlers, I think you just don't actually put together the entire government of Sierra Leone and you're telling us for facts that these are a bunch of idlers. I respect your points and I will now unpin you, but I just want you to know that sometimes you people are saying words and you don't know the meaning of them because they're reflecting back to where you're coming from, but you don't think. So you should be always think before you write something and laugh about it because you're now mocking our government and you're telling us that our government is a bunch of idlers that are actually ruling us in Sierra Leone. Not my words, it's your words. But I will take you on that. That's why I pin it on the chart for as long as I can so people can actually see what you're doing. Yeah. I always say to people that are following our platform, when you jump on the bandwagon, watch, pay attention, listen to the discussion, and follow it through before you respond. But you fail to do so. And next time when you please come on our platform, everybody is welcome here. Your comment is vital, it is important, and we do listen. Otherwise, we will have missed that. But we do listen, we pay attention to details, and we follow every discussion. Because normally they can't tell you, say, when I saw them say, how come you not see them? So I would unpin you now and make you get that message there for tomorrow Bambai, posterity go follow your tracks. And this way you don't say so, might bite you. You don't even know.
Right.
So thank you for that.
All right. So Pama.
Interesting, my dear.
Then this light don't come?
Yes, light don't come.
I know you on a clap.
Lights don't come. Juma, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear, Mr.
Wow, what a wonderful show. Where I reach free tongue next time, or I reach salon next time, I get for make sure so they check me on that foot. Because they are at the studio, they say they're not big. Man, afraid to say me on that foot. They're not going to me on that foot. But no, it's,
sleep with your boots.
I tell you, but it's serious, you know. Madam Claudius Cole and Dr. Brightstone tell we how they see them. And as T-Boy say, if then they see and that with imagine waiting the average man na the good how then they feel the pinch. But really and truly, we deserve the government where we vote for. As Sierra Leoneans, we vote for somebody who not done get work for 20 years. For Khalidwi. I keep saying this and people and it take a make joke. It is important that we look at what we do. We get election last week in the UK. One day I come work at the head home, my phone ring, I pick him. This guy said to me, oh, they don't form new party. Now the next week mayoral election, please, if you go able to vote for you. I tell him, I said, no, one day he vote you. So I will go vote for you. He tell me about him party. I say, okay, right now, I just come and work. I try, I'm not able to listen to all this. I see you able to put something in the post for me. He say yes. I see you get me address. He say yes. I say, how you manage to get her? He say, oh, they do work. I say, okay, no problem. Put her in the post for me. If you come before election, I go read them. And we go see what I go do if I go able to put with me vote. Me vote very, very important. The guy go by and what? They actually send the information to me and I read them. But the problem where I get, not so because the man talk to me fine, not so because he can't give me 10,000, not so because he can't give me one polo, for make I take me vote where supposed for be waiting at the keep for me picking me grand picking and me great grand picking and to come, I go sell her for Coco and Ebe Asenkisi. It is very important that we do our research on the people them who will put in power for rule we. You know, T-Boy saying me get hope for them people also. Me personally, I didn't. As I say, I would not employ a man in my office if in CV had a 20-year gap.
22 years.
Okay, 22 years. Let alone go make and the chief executive officer of We One Lovely Salon. So really and truly, it's down to us. If we know wise up, and as T-Boy say, no, wait till 2023. Let's make the change now. I know they say, when I go set alala, but let we begin do what we able to do now. We only corner them for ensure say where 2023 come. Like-minded people them all go and vote. And me I go say I'm vote this administration out. Vote them out. But let we think again, order with the camp puts. And let's hold them responsible. Because we they put them for lead we. We know they put them for can dictate to we. We want people that we go listen so we problem them. We go help we for fix them. We go encourage we will go able for follow. That's what a leader is. A leader gets people following, but not to follow blindly. We get Boku brother and sister that are this side of the world. We really and truly you can't tell them anything then say you're an APC sympathizer. It is terrible. You know, you they see wrong so but you know and talk we get sent talk earlier on then say then some of them ministers so and leaders they so sit down at the SUVs then and go walk. They don't know how transport out for gates. But me I want disagree. Because also I've been to Juba at some point a few years ago. Where I go to. We presidents they pass. We president build they pass. That's been there up Juba. Then they block with traffic. We they sit down sometimes 45 minutes. The motorcade not even carry itself.
It's still a brushing teeth.
I tell you, then they stop we. I know the able carry me picking go school because I'm stuck in and I get for cannon the motor car, left the driver, take the picking and walk out and go all the way up Beach Road. From Juba Bridge away and the whole way. It is really ridiculous. But yet when they can pass, then they see all man. Then they pass, they go the way, then they pass, then they see pipe, then cut, picking and sit down at gutter, they get water. Then they see all kinds of things. They're not blind, they see, but they don't care. And we, some of we ought to know better. We they condone that day, we they turn a blind eye, we they encourage them for that rubbish day. So we're equally as guilty as them. And both of them know me. Some of them are friends. Then they cost me every day. I no like una program they do. Una no like government una they talk boku. I keep telling them, if una really and truly mean better for salon, una we get where the pa gets una yes, or where the pa in yes gets una. However they put I don't confuse. Una talk na in yes and tell and say, this is not what we expected from you. So if you know I listen to, we don't say go listen to una. But if una no get mind for talk, then I'm sorry. That interview the Padu the other day on CNN is a disgrace. Not to just to him, but to we all. How dare his team allow him to go unprepared in front of international television? We know the question that we get for camp. Now simple thing, cash down with 50 minutes or go through the entire so we know them get for ask about corruption. If they ask about corruption, I beg we make you answer and so and so. It like na lie. But make them not the disgrace we so. But as Madam Claudius say, now God come up behind them. Now God come up behind them. Now so send them people the way they fund them, the people the way they give them all the awards also from the West, go begin see what we don't they see and what we don't they talk. I pray that these people leave our country come 2023.
Amen.
All right, well, Femi, Claudius, Kolde, Naya, and Femi Pam myself don't talk. Quickly, before I make do an rounding up statement for today's program, I just want to go to Wilson Bob Magai again. Thank you for pointing that out, T-Boy. I try for ignore him, but since you don't point him out, I just want to read Wilson Bob Magai in CV for una let una know the danger where we country gets. Wilson Bob Magai, Ego Government Both Secondary School, class of 1999. Ego Christ the King College, class of 2003. He studied in Afro-Arabic College. Then he studied at the University of Florence in Italy in 2009. Wilson Bob Magai, we say diaspora is in a bunch of idlers, that means say happy. So beyond a persuaded within the system. He did work for the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security. Okay? So he worked as irrigation engineer at National Program Coordinating Unit, Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security. And right now, Wilson Bob Magai, now Senior Agricultural Officer at the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security. So I just want to family know. Dr. Brightman points out something about their woman, the way they go to line for microcredit, where sometimes they get them, the first thing they get for member for go eat. No wonder. You see, but my guy in Bele big, right? If you see away Bele big, I watch a picture them. You know, in Bele big, all team fine. So okay, understand why make you go come and sit up and talk them kind here. So if you are within the system, nothing is wrong.
Yes, everything is rosy.
Good. Yeah. So but we just want to point that out for the benefit of we guess them and we viewers them. Let us know say we did do research on people as we go along. Over to you, Madam Femi. You know, thank you so much. We're always happy to have you here. And we hope you will come back soon because Boku issues and they will get for trash out and talk about hopefully, no, I'll talk outside. Then obviously they will go to Dr. Dennis Bradley and say giving last word for today. Over to you.
Oh, I just want to really thank Una for them platform there. And I'm glad you will do on the spot check on Mr. Magai. Now they're quite impressive. And the one and then the choir. And for somebody with the agriculture, Mr. Magai, you know, say yes, they fend 400,000. Chicken where they come out, Usten and killing chicken and they will not know nowadays. Even with local chicken now imported. Mr. Magai, come out first na Facebook, come out first na them platform here, focus on the job at hand. I beg, you have a critical job. Instead, you are posting as if it is rosy. Things are not rosy. People are struggling. They're struggling for food. They're struggling for housing. They're struggling for transportation. They're struggling for education. They're struggling for health. We need all the help that we can get. And people like you are not helping. You are actually throwing spanners in the works. Simply because you are sitting as a fat cat. You are enjoying whatever it is you are enjoying, the spoils, etc., whilst the rest of the people are suffering. For the people of Salone, one person where I think Nati boy say, we get for begin to think. We get for begin to really look and think critically. But sadly, we they preach to the one that we probably know better. What we get for do now for take the message out there to the one that may not get access to them platforms there. Now they one and then they blindfold them. One polo 10,000. That's the way the cookie crumbles. And then they auction and vote. Last election, people then tell me and I sell they sell me vote, or pay me now they vote for. That kind of a mindset will never make us progress. But as I say again, I really appreciate Una Forum. I really appreciate Una the able for give, especially we in the consortium a platform. For let people really know say we not hate nobody. We not dislike nobody. What we like na Salone. What we want for seeing a progress.
All right. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Over to you, Dr. Bright.
I think Femi don't say almost everything. You know, myself go on for thank Una for this platform Una give, and we hope say in whatever way Una agreeable. Una can support the consortium in the work they do, because the work they do are the same work Una self they do, and in the interest of the country. I thank Una very much for that. One for the T-boy enough office or le enough job. We'll continue for do it to we for do. But as I mean talk. We will work hard until such time when people then go come to the realization
that really inside this country, you not get difference between tribes, difference between regions, but that the only difference we'll get between the one that we get power, and the one that we not get power. And the real difference that one. The one that we get power, we get influence, and the one that we not get power, not get influence. Among the one that we not get power, you get Minde, you get Timi, you get all kind of tribes. And then a northwest, east and south. They all are the same, they not get power. And then picking them, they go early morning, the older dial 5-gallon drum to go get water. So then picking them, we then they go there. Bad people and they care and gonna go do all kinds of things with them. And then you get Mende, you get Timini, you get Dubai, you get Loko, you get this and that. All this. The same tribe that one, the tribe of them, they will not get power, will not get influence, will not get money. Now the real tribe. Some of them they so they go to hospital. As they get in the one bill, so they tell them say, can go buy this, go buy this, can go buy this, can go buy this, and they go home suffer. Then go there, so then go home, the person go die. Quiet. Nobody not go know. That in one tribe. You get the other tribe. Then we put them person sick. The government self then can use them. Then sabi them inside government. They know how for worker. So let them go fly, then go Ghana, South Africa, or India. Then get connection. Then the other tribe. So the real tribe, now the one we get money and influence and this against the other tribe we they not get money, they not get influence, nobody knows how be there. So there, let we understand that and let nobody not use them. Or make you begin feel say because you come out Kamakwe, myself come out Kamakwe, that we're all in at the same side. You wait and go, no. You can come out Kamakwe. You eat. You eat. What's the name called? You eat caviar. Me come out Kamakwe. The bread stuff I not get time for you. Let you go talk to now with all. Me na your brother, me na what's the name called? You come out Kailan. Now when I go eat now, we don't get something now. As I say, without that. Then me left me na asu. With the Sokia. Election, I can't talk to go. I want a brother.
Right.
So time go come wait people and go wake up. And that's it now the week for by God in power. This country not for sort out to. We get enough. If we get the right leadership, quick one. We restrict in this country. The leadership we get so yet compassion to sort out this country. And now they search for. When I pray for we are, we don't put your neck now. When I pray for we, yeah.
Right.
I pray for we.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Bright. Thank you. Have a good evening. Well, family, the way they listen, we guess them. And they not can't talk political party, they can't talk Sierra Leone, and then can't talk about the issues. And encourage we all how all go join on for push we country go before. We all get to roll for play. And then still get hope say if we all join on, we help them, we'll be able to help Salon for let we succeed. So in disagreements them, Lord believes in a one Salon. Dr. Bright saliently put up, say, now two tribes in a Salon. Tribe of the privileged few and tribe of the have-nots. The popo and them. So Kate, now we platform, write something, we touch me at. It say, The one the way now the privileged few, they inside them motorcar them. Well, the one the way now the poor one then they not treat. They try for get water na gutter for good drink for wash and for do them chores them. While the one the way gets the money and privilege, they inside the motorcar they throw away dirty water panel and they try for fan water for dirty color. That talk they deep, and I hope you will see some sense in that and not for say where the problem come. Where blackouts come, you know, ask if not Dr. Brighton also or Madam Femi Claudius calling also. Okay, for us choose particular way they touch you on all. Where water not there because somebody tell we he say it's not like I say Guma Valley water company Salwako and Ed Sade in competition. So then the feds we like to go na net water not in the afternoon. So then they pamphlet who are the beating company. So now that competition they didn't Sal right now. Salwako versus Edsa. So it's the reality.
Then they play cage.
Yeah, see that they play cage. Hide and seek. Can you imagine? Water no day, light no day. Water no day, light no day. With a powerful passing company. So these are the realities, and it affects 7-something million people. Then, thank you so much, and we go then also again tomorrow with the health show, and we'll not say soon we will get the consortium after this program. We will circle back with them and talk about a few things that we all feel will do together.
Then when I go meet other members, then.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. We will circle with you shortly for see what you go do. Ideas then already done there. T-Boy, wait my last word for today, and then we'll get Femi Pama, and then we'll close. Please.
Today's discussion has been very interesting, and as we say, we don't cover a vast amount of issues than we actually state we can talk about with now the reflection of the Anti-Corruption Commissioner in meeting they get with the consortium. So I feel say we don't talk enough about the issue we arise and the kind way how the Anti-Corruption Commissioner talk down to the people the way he meets. Always talking down to people is not solving the problem. And when you keep on talking down to people, you're not intimidating them not to respond to you. And this is not a platform where the consortium, they can't really and talk about what things don't happen in the past, but they've already been highlighting these issues anyway. So it's nothing new that they're saying here, except in the different formats of how we engage them in the discussion. But I just want to let people understand, say, Salon for we all, Salon also for one man, and Salon way they make today, now they get for the, now they mistake get for the, now everybody get for the. We all have equal rights in Sierra Leone to do anything that is legal, not anything that is illegal.
Suppose forget.
Well, we all get rights. Suppose for should not be an ultimatum, because at the end of the day, then same people they have so we know the gay right now Salon and they cannot Diaspora or other parts of the world, they want their rights to prevail. Failing to understand that who suddenly they only make the rights of the citizens and whether they get their rights for let them live and do what they feel for do, we permit them to do that. But let's take things very seriously at times. Look, no can be try for be partisan, try for be different in terms of what you don't achieve or what you achieve now, because that means nothing if you're not human. So basically, you have a conscience, you have a mindset, you get what make you, who you be as an individual. You might be rich today, tomorrow you might be poor. You might be poor today, tomorrow you might be rich. Your situation is never stable. If you're a humble man, your humility and for the fact that you're who you are will always be with you. That will never that will be taken away from you, because a human being is somebody who respects each other's views and somebody who believes, say, whatever comes from the other side is definitely not all the best all the time, but you move accept time and you move on. Tolerance is one thing that we lack in Sierra Leone, and we keep on teaching people. We keep on going to all these big name universities, but we cannot interpret what we've learned. So what's the essence of learning and you're not interpreting it? What's the essence of becoming a lawyer and you need to administer the right trade of you being a lawyer? What's the essence of you studying psychology and you go do practicals in mining? What's the essence of you doing X, Y, Z and you need to actually actualize what you need to do? It makes no sense to me. PhD is just an amount of thesis where you go through and you write about something. That man really dig that water well, get PhD in digging water well, because you know who dig water well because you know get PhD in that. So let's respect one another, because as far as we're concerned, not to one man get for make alone. Collectively, yes, we can make Sierra Leone. But when you refuse to accept the norms that is not the norms for other people, then you're thinking about yourself. When you think about yourself, you dig yourself your hole. Some of you get for exile on yourself in a salon willingly, voluntarily. But there will be no hiding place for anybody who don't put any kind of thing in palm. That's where it's the fall outside you go. We've seen examples of past dictators, of past leaders, of past people who have been into governance, people who don't terrorize the world in so many different ways. They end up for that small four corner we govern them. And there's nothing left for them unless that small four corner. That is not where every individual wants to be. Not so even when you're guilty or not guilty. So let's be mindful of what we do and how we say things sometimes when we're in public domains, because you don't know who is watching you. You might be thinking your authorities are not watching you, but they are watching you, and they're watching every move you make, be it positive or negative. Our platform is free for all. So, and we can tell you the amount of people that already watch the platform, where you work for. You will be amazed. So don't be surprised. Yeah, so when they wait for me to go count tomorrow for like we check you out. It can be done real time. We do real time stuff. We don't wait for protocols. We don't breach protocols, but if you actually can checklist for friendly, you not feel to say you don't hide, we will show you. Because we're an evidence-based program that we run. What's thing they say, you say, me say. If me not sabi, can't tell me. If I sabi, I tell you, deny, or you prove I'm right or wrong. That's how we work here. We don't have no protocols of being, would they put hierarchy before what we do? No. We come to the issues, we deal with the issues, we find solution for the issues. We don't attack personalities, we don't attack individuals. But if you come and attack individual, you will not go scot-free. We will track you, we will trace you, we will tell you who you are, and we will tell you what are the things you're doing wrong. We're not going to kick you out if you haven't broken the rules that we have. One, for cause, for abuse. Nobody. If you maintain that sanity, I like you talk from A to Z. We will not kick you out of this program because it is your right. That right where when they fail other people in other forms, we will give it to you. Because we want to exercise your right as a human being, as a Sierra Leonean, as you're participating on a platform that is dealing with issues regarding Sierra Leone. It's not our personal property. We're not here to talk about ourselves. We're not here to show off about ourselves. We're not here to tell people about what we do or what we don't do. We're here to talk about issues, Sierra Leone issues. So you're always welcome to be part of this program. You're always welcome to be part of us. And if you don't even think you are welcome, send us an invitation. We will give you the platform to come and discuss issues. So don't scare. Don't be afraid. Don't feel intimidated. We will protect your interests. We will protect you on our platform until you leave. Nobody will insult you. Nobody will say anything to you in regards to abuse. So feel free to come. Feel free to join. And feel free to engage. Our platform is open. So as long as we are open, we accept everything other than personal attack on our guests or on our viewers or the people who are holding our chats.
Right. Okay.
So if you're not Muslim, Eid Mubarak. Happy Ramadan. Make sure you got my money to go pray. If you're not Christian, sorry, the Boku food in London. So please not there for you right now for the car class with the Muslim party they will get Boku food. But anyway, let's have a very lovely Ramadan tomorrow. And let's be friends, and let's be civilians, and let's act like we are patriotic citizens of Sierra Leone, regardless which passport you get. For as long as your trace is from Sierra Leone, you're a Sierra Leonean. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Femi, over to you. Femi Pama, over to you quickly.
Hello, Juma.
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Cool. Okay, so it's hard to follow all you guys. Una don do an exceptional job. I think Tibo been started by saying Sierra Leone is a failed state, or it's not. We get big problem in Salone. We sit down there so with the laugh, with the joke, but honestly, the problem deep. The man who put in charge of anti-corruption, who put in charge for fed corruption, who put in charge for police the bad people that will take money out of the consolidated fund, we for able for educate we picking them, we for able for nurse we parents them, we for able for help them belle woman them born. The people them who we put in charge for do all them thing, then they turn around to we see yes, then they see them. But they not get for win, so they not go bother fix the case. It's sad. As this group of people then come together, form the consortium, and then they encourage we for make we join, not necessarily join the consortium, but join the movement, because that's what we need. We need a movement for able for deliver on the vision where we want to see Salone be. If we sit down and we really corner them, we not go able for deliver them. I can't change Sierra Leone. Juma, you can't. Tibo, you can't. None of us here can change Sierra Leone, but together we can change, and we can force the people where they lead we, instead of then they dictate to we can force them to follow we, because the taxpayers of Sierra Leone are their employers. Now they vote, now they put on a day. So on that note say alone, una supposed to respect them people also, and do una utmost best for help change their lives. As Dr. Bright said, a small country, now easy problem for fix. We get a small population, let us not begin talk about the resources the way we get. Easy problem for fix. All that is missing is the willpower. I keep praying for Sierra Leone. As the president say, he pray for make God give Salone the president, we can change Salone for the better. I don't think it's him. So I pray alongside him for make God give it that man with, or that woman, that person where they can change we country for the better.
Amen. Thank you so much. Femi Palmer don't drop the mic, and me go just say thank you to we guest them, and like I say, that people I get respect for and I believe in. If they ask me for say Juma, would you can go help we do this? I know they ask question twice, because I have seen them in action outside politics. I've seen what they have done. Madam Femi, Claudius, Cole, who done the good night restaurants, everybody now, we mentioned Tabule Theater. Tabule Theater get discipline. Tabule Theater get everything where it take for help for push salary, get the right messages. So this government's not fit for be compared with Tabule Theater. Dr. Dennis Bright know that as well. Dr. Dennis Bright, we don't see her, we'll see her like, hey, Salone, see that posh man they force. They can how Dr. Dennis Bright see they go into them man then a Firestone force. The first time I see them get and gone at 13, I was like, wow. You know, whitey, wearing glass. But then I was thieving, nothing in pockets. One day, they go sit down. It give young people hope where society we don't see as the left out, the one that way you not care but you not for talk to you, they go sit down, they talk with them. He has demonstrated that. Have we seen any of that from the president? Now, Femi say 22 years, nothing. Neighbor for sure. If you ask a question about the youth, them now vex by you. They will take
ask a question, period.
Yeah, exactly. Question, period. You ask a question, a problem, it will say you the future in family. You know, that lady ask a simple question, Mr. President, how you and the past president on all tuna party? If I wait now the relationship between you and your ex-boyfriend, why you think say the lady get ex-boyfriend in the first place? You know, remember I said something in childhood boyfriend and all two something don't grow up, then don't marry.
The answer safe.
Exactly.
the answer.
For even let you think that as Mr. President.
Kidneys not there.
Yeah. I swear. You know. So you talk about how we don't hate you, Mr. President, or you refine, you waste them. And is this the lady will ask you a question, or the same question where the CNN journalist ask you, and you ask her the same rhetorical question will make you look like, is this really the president of Sierra Leone? Say you self, and not sabi you can accuse you say corrupt. How can you say that on a public platform? The name of the lady open president they talk so, you know. But anyway, we not get much for say again. We will say good night to Ona, and we will do Tuna tomorrow. And the consortium definitely will promise say they will come to Ona and can't talk. We see some people they say let them talk more, let them act more, but they will only be able to do more if you join the movement, like how Femi say. Join the movement and help them for push their work and their messages. Because if not, then we'll continue for beats them anytime and can go let an state house. The international community needs to know the importance of the consortium and waiting that they contribute for push Salongo before. Until tomorrow, me and our guest, Juma Ba, they say tata.
Mina Yvonne Akisoya, and 11th May 2021 make me 3 years where I don't day in office. I say let I come and tell Fritonians them, una boku tenki for where una elect me and wanna give me this mandate for serve una. But I not just want to tell una thank you for when I elect me, I want to tell una thank you for when I don't work with me and work with the councillors, work with the staff of Freetown City Council, work with so many stakeholders, including the central government, the international partners, the local partners. I want to tell una, the Freetonians, and thank you, but I want to tell all the other groups and the boku tenki. Together, we embark on a journey for transform Freetown, and in nobody not been say it go easy. We published the plan in January 2019, and then in January 2020, we published with first year report, and then in January 2021, we don't publish with 2-year report. Inside the reports and day, you go able for read in much more detail, waiting we don't achieve. But family them, I still I just share today some of the things that really make me heart gladdy pan this walk here. One thing we're really glad about, now the wastewater treatment plant where we don't build na King Tom. This is not the first time ever in the history of Salone for let we get denting away the common with toilet. Instead of it just gonna grow na King Tom, it actually go into a plant where they get for separate the solid from the liquid and get for treat them and waiting for come out can go towards manure. It can now be safely, the liquid can now safely be disposed into the waterways. Another practical thing we are so glad for, now this urban farming project, we bring over 300, in fact we start with 300, now we add another 200 women them, we now at them backyard them and at in community level, particularly in the deprived communities.
And you can create this, where you give, the okra they come up, the day we plant them,
The women they do farming projects where go benefit them picking them for get more nutritious food, but it go also help them for get small thing at the hand as in sell them in the market. And then their nursery school. Family then go no say we been not open the one at Congo Water Market for make vulnerable women them and then young picking it under the age of 5 get free quality preschool care. And now we dip and build the second one. We do refurbishment upstairs in the Croton Road Market, and that facility will be open and available to women and men traders inside Croton Road Market. Tricycles. Well, then tricycle and they not only then they help for keep we city clean, they also they create employment. We don't create so far over 1,200 jobs with young people then where they go and collect dirty in the streets. And now we get 90 more where they come on stream. So I'm so happy because it increased the capacity for collect dirty. At the same time, it increased the number of people them, young people that we get work. Let not talk and not talk about the transfer station when I did the dirty then they go. So we don't get 4 additional ones, including the one at Lumley, the one at Approved School, the one at Shell, and the one at Allentown. Bele Uman them. Then they all over the community. That journey for going to PCMH, it can challenge Boko of them. So we work for upgrade 5 of we PHUs them for make them be monk, side with side Bele Uman, the able for born. Freetown people then, Boku people that know say dog na challenge na this city. And so we don't start a program for sterilize, vaccinate the dogs them so that we go get control over dogs and we the ambog motaman, but we the ambog themselves. We go make we city healthier and it go reduce the risk for let people then get us sick with and call rabies. I don't share small about wait we don't do and over these 3 years, but I just touch the thing in Boku. I go say anybody want for no more. Also go now with Facebook page. We get Freetown City Council Facebook page. We also get Yvonne Akisoya, Mayor of Freetown. You go able for follow we. Let we continue for work together with all we stakeholders for let collectively we transform Freetown. Una, thank you and God bless you.
The total population of Sierra Leone in 2019 was stated approximately at 7.8 million. And the most common cancer reported in 2018 was breast cancer, with an incidence rate of 25.1% and a mortality rate of 19.2%. Ward 2 at the Connaught Hospital, Freetown, is a female surgical ward that cares for patients requiring breast surgery, chemotherapy, and palliative care. General surgery also admits to the ward as see fit. The ward is in need of a significant refurbishment and has a major impact on patient assessment and delivery of treatment, dignity, comfort, and infection control measures. The current ward area presents a significant challenge to infection control. There is no fit for purpose or adequate personal hygiene facilities. The showers and sanitary areas are in poor condition and are difficult to clean. The flooring is deteriorated. Overall deco and fabric of the walls need repair and full decoration. Furniture, cupboards, and shelving require replacement. The sluice, known to be the dirty utility room, is in poor condition and needs replacing. Windows need to be replaced as current windows bring in draughts, dust, debris, mosquitoes, and rodents. There is no designated area to provide a day service for patients receiving chemotherapy. Medical supplies is desperately needed. Therefore, we need a total amount of £15,000, which is equivalent to 195 million leones, for this project. This project will focus on women diagnosed with breast cancer and other non-malignant breast abnormalities requiring one or more of the treatment modalities that are currently available. We will also set up a day unit for the administration of chemotherapy and provide training and development to ensure sustainability. Therefore, I am pleading to all individuals, organizations, and local businesses, and every Sierra Leonean and friends of Sierra Leone to make a meaningful contribution that will never go in vain. Ways to contribute will be seen at the end of this clip. I am Aisata Sisejalo of the Health Show Partnership Program. Remember, your health is your wealth.
When I was young, a lot of things were different. Unfortunately, most of the differences seen now are heartbreaking and are not good at all.
Before now, men were strong protectors of the weak, fathers, brothers, lovers, sons. Their mere presence guaranteed the safety of women and children.
But what do we do now?
Men harassing and raping women.
Men sexually abuse little girls.
Men battering and killing their wives.
Any form of sexual assault, be it rape, sexual abuse, or pedophilia, is a killer to human self-esteem.
Women should stop dying in silence. Speak now.
The rapist should be stigmatized, not the victim.
I think death sentence should be the consequence of such terrible act.
And you mothers, build confidence in your children, put trust in them, listen to them when they make reports, and take necessary actions.
Talking of mothers before now, women were virtuous.
They were mothers, daughters, and sisters.
Nurturing, counseling, supporting their men folks.
But now,
women are trafficking female children for money. Women are forced to be silenced.
All this must stop, and it must stop now.
Real men do not abuse, rape, or molest women and children.
It is barbaric, unacceptable.
Let all real men stand with us.
Together, let's say an emphatic no to rape, sexual abuse, pedophilia, and domestic violence.
Hello, my name is Josephine Kamara. I'm the founder of You Can Do It Foundation. You Can Do It Foundation is a charitable organization based in Sierra Leone, West Africa. You Can Do It Foundation has been in existence for the past 2 years. We have been fighting gender-based violence against women and girls within the community. During the past 2 years, we have been offering psychosocial support, counseling, court fee, medical fee, including school items to the survivors of gender-based violence. However, during the lockdown of COVID-19, report received and confirmed that rape cases among a minor has increased tremendously within our community. Because of this, You Can Do It Foundation has secured the land to build an accommodation for the survivors of rape. However, this may almost become impossible without your generous support. We need your help to build this home for the survivors. Your help could be in cash or in kind. If you wish to join us to make a difference in a child's life, please go to our website, which is www.youcandoitcyf.org, or you can go to our GoFundMe page, which is Home of Hope for the survivors of gender-based. Or you can contact us with the details at the end of this video. We thank you greatly for your generous support, and thank you once more for making a difference in a child's life.
I was raped multiple times by my aunt's boyfriend when I was 6.
I was repeatedly raped at the age of 8 by a close family member.
I was raped at 19. I didn't speak openly about it because I was ashamed and afraid that people would judge me.
I was raped at age 5 by my caregiver's husband.
On June 17th, 2020, 5-year-old Khadija Sakho, a beautiful little girl from Freetown, Sierra Leone, was repeatedly raped and strangled to death, allegedly by her own cousin. Her death shocked the nation. But in truth, in this small West African country, 9 out of 10 girls experience some form of sexual violence in their lifetime. Think about that for a second. 9 out of 10. That's 90%. My name is Aisha Sase. I'm a journalist and activist. I'm joining forces with Idris Elba and other activists from across Sierra Leone to support the survivors of sexual violence with the Survivors Solidarity Fund. Please consider donating whatever you can afford. All monies raised will go to 4 local organizations currently providing free medical and legal services to survivors. 5-year-old Khadija lost her life to sexual violence. That same threat remains for millions of others. So this is also a call for you to use your voice, your power, to draw attention to an enduring culture of rape. Together, we must end it now. My name is Aisha Sase. I am Khadija Sakho.
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 We are Khadija Sakho.
We are all Khadija Sakho.
To my friend, she was the brightest at our level, even though she was as innocent as the heaven. That did not stop Papa Abu at age 57 to ask for her hand in marriage as she turns 11. Her parents, being naive about this rage, tolerated this marriage, and this destroyed the hopes and dreams of Khadijatu to live like it in Seattle. Instead, she's been used as a tool by an old school. Khadijatu is being used as a bait by her own mate. My friend is being emotionally tortured by this old culture. Old child marriage, it's on the rampage like disease, eating up the fabric of our girl-child image, and it's our duty to cage. Let's diverge. Please be obliged. It is now we emerge from this ancient custom at large.
If not for this dreadful event, Khadijatu could have become president, but now she has been trapped in an old man's residence, like a mosquito in a tent. She is vulnerable, but with her age, she is still able to become that virtuous woman of substance, like Madam Patricia Kaba, Madam Dr. Kadi Sise, Madam Sianyama Koroma, Madam Dr. Sylvia O'Blyden, Madam Her Excellency Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Oh yes, without child marriage, our girl child can still turn into Madam Hillary Clinton, Madam Theresa May. Be it as it may, Madam Condoleezza Rice, let's not be hypnotized
but rather stay wise, for these can only be realized if education is being prioritized and child marriage is being criticized. So please, parents, do not relent, as it is apparent that a girl child can become great if only you patiently wait.